I also have to remember that anytime where we Nigerians get any position of power or authority,
we move mad.
Most of the, like 90% of the time, we overuse it. Like we always ask for unnecessary acknowledgement sometimes.
Reggie's death is the craziest one. It's even crazier than Chadwick Boseman's one.
Postman, we saw that coming.
Oh, really?
No,
There are people that, now inside
people
that.
saw him.
He done the sick now. He's sick since.
he started losing a lot of
sick
weight
for like
and stuff
almost
like that.
more than a year.
They used to mock his weight loss now on Twitter.
Man.
I think he was sick during Black Panther.
He was.
He was
He was.
in between surgeries, but that's
In
crazy.
between, bro. That guy gets strength.
God damn it.
That guy gets
Pride
strength.
will need to be sad. They pretend they sad. There's a sad kid.
Oh
there.
my god.
Oh my god.
But guys, is it annoying that people are in a bid to be more inclusive these days? People are making everything so feminist. Like everything is feminist these days.
I mean, so there is the part of people genuinely trying to be inclusive.
Yeah.
There's also the part where the world is woke, and you know that if you say certain things or if you present certain things certain ways, you're going to get more results and whatnot, or better results.
Yeah.
So
Does
like literally now, if you sit in some like brand pitch meetings, someone will just do and just say, we're doing this, so that
political correctness.
so we can
political correctness, yes.
yeah, so that we can, like I think it will get to a point, or it may even exist, where companies may have insiders whose job it is to check every campaign, everyone.
They already have them. They're called damage
make
control
sure that it's
experts.
political correct.
Yeah, it's damage
They
control
call
experts.
The problem now is
inclusivity, whatever, equity, inclusive, whatever. They
Yeah,
get
a lot of companies are creating
that department.
even the HR title in some places is
head of people.
Head of people.
Now, wait, you skip one part of those three because you mentioned two.
Pipe, close to the mic.
The third one,
Yeah.
now people will just won't be D-bag on purpose. We just say, oh, you guys want wokeness? I'ma serve you wokeness.
Oh, fair
You
enough.
understand?
that
They just
one-
put on so that go create unnecessary fight. Just
Yeah.
like the way they took Lil Mermaid,
Yeah,
like
that
crazily.
was weird.
Started saying, why would they? The Lil Mermaid was not even black. What would you say now? Then people be like, what do you mean black? They'll be like, I'm not talking about the colors here, but imagine if Black Panther was a white man.
But for real though.
But wait, that one literally says Black Panther.
The storyline is from Africa. It's from there's no
Excel.
Oyinbo has been doing
content-
it since they carry
It's not the same,
Arab
Excel.
Arab
But
guy
it's
will
the
be
same.
white.
It's not the same.
Excel.
Jesus will be white.
Now they literally want to change James Bond to a black woman.
No, not a black woman.
We don't know.
It will still be a black man.
Excel, we don't know. It could
It's
be that babe.
Yeah, it won't be that big.
Wait now, but they can do it.
This is
They
my opinion.
can
Exactly.
right? But they wouldn't. They can't make James
Bro.
Bond. So they can make James Bond black. They
Excel,
can't make James Bond a
I'm
woman.
saying why
James Bond is not a person. James Bond is like a office. Yes, now it's like a office, like
Like
a
if you
rank,
die, they go replace
like
you.
a rank.
007.
Oh, 07.
Yeah, if just point down, they can just call the dog. Self,
All
very
you
smart.
need to do, see, in fiction, there are certain what would I call it? Totems, or if it's brand, you call it brand guidelines or
Yeah.
whatever, right? I don't they work for brand now. Any smart in brand, they come off from my mouth. James Bond is from the UK. He's Scottish. He was in the Navy. He was
My brother, when Ian Fleming was writing that movie, black people were in slavery.
He was.
He was writing those books.
It was even unthinkable. You can't even imagine.
Yeah, but isn't that the
apart
beauty?
from level of servitude, like say while James Bond was going, Mr. Frank brought him a glass of water and helped him
But you know
dust off
that,
stuff.
but you know that Ian wrote a
Oga
book.
James, Oga James Bond, come here. You have something on the neck of your shirt. That's the role where they'll put for black.
No,
as by the
not
time
necessarily true. Because Ian has one of the books that they made into a film.
Yeah.
Live or Let Die.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
but they went to shoot that in Cuba, bro.
Where the villain was
They
black.
went to shoot it in Cuba.
Yes,
but it's
now,
fine.
so
That's
why
what he
did
wrote in the
say,
book.
why
Bro.
black
They went
don't
to
get
shoot that one
reasonable
was
part
set
wey be say
in
na one
Cuba.
kind stereotype.
It was shot in Cuba.
It was shot in Cuba.
Yes.
The villain was shot black.
Bro,
His crew was
but
entirely
it doesn't
black.
mean that a black person should not be James Bond.
No, what I'm saying, where I'm even going is art.
Yeah.
A lot of times when it's created, it's a
Yeah.
reflection of the current world it is created in.
But, bro,
so when Ian wrote that, when The Little Mermaid was made, when because another one that is happening now is this new Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah.
So one of the elves is black.
I know.
And it's causing wahala on.
But
on
it should
Twitter.
be a problem, bro. It's like us doing a movie about like Eshuku and having a white Eshuku.
But the
you
difference
can.
between that one is that black people have been exploring the world long before the white people reached
Not
Yankees.
true.
Historically, we got to America before Christopher Columbus.
No. Those are Native Americans. Those are Native
Black
Americans.
people.
No.
If they say people will get the darker hue than the white people waka for any part of the world, just believe them. We don't the waka since now.
But
That the
still,
one way they tell us to believe about ourselves. Now we highlight me before I even like my first year in Atlanta, I'll still call my friend in Nigeria and be like, "Wow, people you." Then later I found out that most of the things that we call American culture were like stolen from different parts of the world and then tell you what it is and what is not and you just then tell you your religion are devil and you say believe them and we put our religion inside small cubicle and we build mansions for church. So all of those mentality, even when they mentioned that guy in Cuba from Live and Let Die, they just make them be like, say, oh, the whole African people get one mind.
Mad.
All of them, they do like this, while Oyinbo gets individuality.
But that guy get juju.
Bro, his jazz was strong.
That guy get juju.
For the show?
Yes, now.
Bro, the guy was badass. They assassinated
juju,
the opening credits. They assassinated someone. His guys assassinated someone at a UN meeting. Do you remember?
I remember.
The
I'm actually
opening-
watching this night. Live and Let Die.
No.
Live and Let Die.
That guy was badass. Shout out Paul McCartney.
That's a classic.
That was Paul McCartney, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out Paul McCartney.
But here's what I'm saying. I believe the only reason why black people are fighting for this inclusivity is because the entire tenet of capitalism is very, very white dominated. Do you get? Right? And that means that we aspire to be included in that conversation more than they aspire to be included with us.
Of course.
I get that. But the problem is,
Yeah.
it's true. But the problem is, in a bid to be inclusive, we should be reasonable. Do you understand? Because in 10 or 15 or maybe 100 years, cultures need to blend, but there has to be a limit. There's an origin story because now you're going to be origin history. Now you're going to be telling your children that white people were living in Africa when they were enslaving us 400 years ago.
But nobody would do that though.
Excel, they will. It's good. Excel.
Nobody will
If
do
it
that.
becomes a reality, that,
For example, the Game of Thrones guys, when they finished
that
Game
was
of Thrones,
wild.
Those guys are mad. They wanted to create a new TV show, right? Where they will alternate history. And the first season, right?
It's a black man.
The first season was about slavery not happening. Or rather slavery happening, and I think
Black people enslaving white people.
yes, oppressing white people, like alternate world type.
Yeah.
People shut it down. Like, they were like, "The fuck is you doing, bruv?" They shut it down. So there are obvious lines that even art cannot cross. But casting, come on, bro. Casting.
It's still a problem.
They no
again.
feel, it's
Still a problem.
really what
Still a
I
problem.
see it as is like nothing happens until something starts happening.
True.
And all of this fight and backlash we get from any black character being included in something big that they should have been, and we still find a way to help them justify their dissatisfaction. It's still the same thing. White people don't need their permission to throw any character in a movie. They don't need our permission to put a white person in a movie, and we don't even lose our mind. Even when they talk, say, the last emperor of China, now white man, or that kind of thing, we know verse. Even when they say the real pharaohs now, white people, we know verse. We just say, man, when you want to
what the fuck? Gods
Yes,
of Egypt.
now.
You know they made a film, Gods of Egypt. People complain though.
Yeah, that Pharaoh
which
was white.
complain? The
People
complain
did.
don't even make the thing not sell. Now it still sell.
People come.
It's still
That
sell
movie
now.
didn't really do.
It didn't do well. What's
It
the
didn't
flop?
do well.
That would be because of
commercially.
the lack of content in it or
No,
depth.
the
Movie
movie
was
great.
good though.
It wasn't great.
Movie was good
God
though.
of
Wasn't great.
Egypt.
Gods of Egypt. Movie
Much-
was Gerard Butler,
I remember that
Chadwick.
movie. Boseman. Yeah.
The movie was good. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you were tuned in to the #1 podcast in the whole fucking world. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to apologize for my absence. I've been out on the roadman things, trying to get bread. You know what I'm saying? But real niggas is back. As you can see, fake niggas are not in the studio. Melody Hassan, don't know where the fuck she is. I don't know what she's doing, but she's not here today. And we have a special guest with us in the building. A born champion.
Respect.
A born champion.
Respect.
If you don't know, I can't help you.
Pave way.
Roll the red carpet. General Pype.
I greet you, my brother.
How you
Respect.
doing? Good
Bless,
to see you,
bless,
man.
bless,
Good
bless.
to see
Where
you.
have you been, General Pype?
Here and there, family, self-improvement, and all of those good stuff, diversifying my,
Portfolio.
When you say
life.
family, do you have wife and kids?
Yes, sir.
What?
Yeah. My first boy is like 8 now.
Wow.
And the second is like 1 though. COVID, baby.
Are they here?
No, they're not. They're in Atlanta.
When did you move?
2017. Yeah. It wasn't even a plan of like move. We were needed out there by our family because she had lived in Nigeria with me for like 8-9 years.
Yeah.
She's not from here. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so she had lived here with me for a minute. And when she was needed at home, she had already become my home then. So
Yeah.
Gotta be.
wherever she goes,
You gotta go.
Aw.
yeah.
And they say, and Yoruba, bro, black men, we are loyal. You understand? This is a message. Let's restate
So
the manifesto.
So now you visit, like you come around and you go back. You visit.
Come visit my country.
Did you go for the headies?
No, I'd already gotten here.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't even know the Eddies was happening. And guys were like, I want Kiniwa in Atlanta. I'm like, shit, Atlanta. Say, for real? Oh, God. All these guys that I was hoping to meet in Nigeria, they were already in. Yeah.
But I am meeting them.
At some point, we're going to meet. The ones that I've met, I'm happy for. The ones that I'm looking forward to, I keep the fingers crossed.
Fair enough. Would
Yes.
you say you took a break from music, though?
I mean, it wasn't really a break. I was just like a break from like releasing music because it got to a point where I started thinking like, if you don't have like budgets, marketing, and all of those included in it, it's like you're just throwing your one spoonful of salt in the ocean. You just get lost in the noise and everything. So yeah, that was like my initial plan. Like, just keep quiet. When nothing they happen, if you have the finances or you have like the right kind of crew to work with or team, then get back to it. Keep recording. Preparation is gonna meet opportunity one day. So that would be me before the resumption.
I mean, like General Pype, like you. So I'm a big M.I. Bagger fan.
Nice.
So obviously, teaser.
Gonna say I'm the
That's like to me one of the greatest,
respect, man.
records ever. And so annoying that song doesn't have a video.
How did that song not have a video?
It's M.I.
We actually shot a video in South Africa.
So what
I
happened?
was the pizza guy. But I don't think it came out fine. It was shot by Godfather and it went all in. Awesome locations. I was serving. Yeah,
but it might not be. M.I. has a history
So
of
not
certain
releasing
videos and not
videos.
releasing.
Yeah, he probably didn't like it, and there was a whole lot of money that went into it.
At the time.
Yes, at that time.
How did you meet Emma anyway?
I think someone messaged me that there's this rapper at Jos that would like to work with me, and later I started sending me some messages. I think on Facebook, and after that one, then MTV people were like, you guys should really work.
Really?
Yeah.
MTV people.
I think MTV or Channel O, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they were the one that actually sealed it. We recorded the song like somewhere.
You
not
won
far
next
from-
rated, right?
No, Turella.
Was Durella that one year?
No, next rated for hip hop award.
Yeah.
Award. No, I think it was Cookie.
Skookie won you.
Yeah.
But that was it.
That was a crazy
His
one.
class,
that day.
your class is crazy though.
That was
Who
crazy.
won?
People
Who
were
won?
mad at the venue.
him,
People lost
Jesse
their mind.
Jags. I think Mo
Cookie,
Cheddar.
Jesse Jags.
It didn't happen for the next 3 years or 4 after that time.
I think it
People
was
were
him.
mad.
No, people were mad about
because it
people were
was
mad.
glaring. Like
Yeah.
people were like,
Come on.
Come on.
how
How is the like people felt like they were the least favorite in that category. But to be honest, they were kind of hard though.
yeah, they were not to the level
Level
what
of-
was going on
yeah,
at that point. I
yeah.
love them,
Yeah.
no capping, no shading, but for the level of things that was going on, or the kind of anger they carry go vocal booth, no, it wasn't it.
I thought you were Jamaican though.
Oh, I just love their energy. I love the
I
fact
thought
that
you were
those guys are
Jamaican.
like fearless. They just
Yeah.
be like, yeah, Bumbo Club, me not care about what you feel. I tell you what you feel. What the matter is right now, you suck. You understand? Straight. And I love that. They don't know how to sugarcoat stuff. They
Oh, but you guys were off though. After every nominee in that category went off. I remember that year.
The
It was
para.
crazy. It
Yee!
was crazy.
Yee!
Ishaun.
They
I
went
love
off. Everybody. I think only
Babu.
Moja that did go off. If Moja was in that
Baba
class.
Boom, man. Correct, dude.
How are you though?
I'm blessed. Happy, grateful too, because I believe I'd already gotten to a point where I was referring to my music like used to. After schooling, after getting wherever I started working.
You went to school?
Oh yeah, I had to go take some courses. So after that, then I was just chilling, and people would be like,
What'd you study?
Just film production, set decks, set construction.
Wow.
Yeah, and after that, I interned. After the internship, I was hired. After that, I just kept going from shows to shows. Like, you understand? Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're shooting blah blah blah. So
How much did your
Experience.
in music help with that?
little to none. It
Interesting.
was just a different world entirely. It's like you show a fish that if you're patient enough, you can swim in snow, like fluffy snow. You understand? So that
Yeah.
was the feeling to me, like, I'm used to like fluid, like the other version of water, but this is a different kind of
Yeah.
waters to like wade in and all of those. But
But were you scared though? Like making that move?
well, not singing was the scariest one because I was just like, God, it's another birthday. It's another birthday right here. Just be like, okay, one day we need to go grab that mic again, Pipe. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was scary and scary in the sense that I know I love music too much, and I was getting well paid
Yeah.
to work in film.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes I just be like, you just need Pipe with a paro way. Certainly,
What?
you're sure
But-
that
but-
this amount of money is gonna
Yeah.
be in your account
Yeah.
by the end of the week
Yeah.
without any failure, without any kilong porukwe, like with certainty. Where we say, say you're gonna like make that certain amount of money. So the love for that money was part of the scary vibe too.
I
Like,
see.
when my law are comfortable and they started talking about being, like promotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No promotions
Marketing.
out there is like
crazy.
a deeper, a stronger padlock.
Yeah.
Just tie you in more, like lock in. Yeah, that was the scary part.
Mm.
Does your kid, like the first one who's 8, does he know like his dad used to sing? Or does
Oh,
know that his dad makes
he and his friends call me out all the time.
music?
Oh
Really?
wow.
Yeah, the last time that I was like, okay, I
Speak
went
Yoruba.
no, he doesn't,
Okay.
but he understands.
Yeah.
Okay.
We go to his friend's house. Some young Latino girls like that. They were our neighbors, so we got to the party, and those kids even know that I sang. So they were like, "Mr. Ibrahim, what about the music?" You know what my son did? He was like, yes, Dad, what about the music? I was like, oh, God.
Where the music at?
Yeah. So it was like straight confrontation, like, that's it. I'm not going to tell him that he records. Like, oh, my daddy's been recording. No, tell them yourself. That was yeah. So X, yeah. He's been singing Blessing Ready everywhere. That's what his mom said. Like, one Ninja song. He put me onto Ashake.
Wow.
And Joe Boy.
Your son put you onto Ashake.
And Joe Boy. Then he made me love Bad Boy Teams and move from side to side. He'll bring all his white friends. They'll be in my living room dancing. Like, they'll be dancing pidgin. They'll be dancing in pidgin English. You know, like say they know what they want to do. They're trying to get that steps. They stand there in front of the TV and like
trying to copy.
And they know, Daddy, how do I make this? How do I? Oh, okay, over she happy feet.
How did you meet your wife though? How did you meet your wife?
At MTV. That MI. When me and MI went to MTV in Kenya, 2009. Mamas. Yeah. I think I got married to my fan.
She was a fan.
Yeah.
She was like she wasn't like part of production or anything. She was
there to watch the event. She was teaching in Kenya then. She was teaching at American International School.
That's proper fairy tale.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy, oh. No be small thing.
2000, what is this?
9.
This is the one that MI won.
Yeah, 2 awards.
Yeah, we went up there. So I let them know.
Yeah.
Nigeria to the world.
But that's what?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy fan. It's crazy at home.
Imagine, how did the encounter happen?
I think they used scope to catch me. It was like, when your hair, earlier we saw you earlier, your hair was tied up. Like, it was awesome. What happened? I'm like, oh, I ripped the whatever. She's like, I got some. Like,
I helped you.
You got some? All right, I'm going to take that.
Strategic positioning.
Strategic
positioning.
That was like, wait. A month later, I was invited back to Kenya by the Nigerian embassy to headline a Nigerian night.
Okay.
And I think they blasted it all over Nairobi. So she and her friends said,
hustle lamb. We they go. We're going to be there.
Lock that date in.
We're going to be there.
Yeah. And that day at the event, they just lied to them that I had gone. I saw these people here. Me, after the performance, I came back. I went backstage and I was like, I saw her here. And they had gone to meet my team, like, where's General Pype? They're like, oh, he left already. And they knew I was still there.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm here.
I did for you, my brother. Oh, my God.
So you came out, you recognize her.
Oh, yeah. That's right. The rest in our story. After like 6 to 10 Kenya visits, she came to Nigeria to live here with me for like 9 years. Also,
she moved, bro,
to Niger straight,
bro.
Say, well, if this is gonna work, and he's been traveling all around like that, I probably want to go in and lock him down. Like I said, seriously, my intention was to come here and just my Niger.
You are one of the successful, what do they call it, Nigerian-Kenyan relationships.
Well, I would call it that. I mean, she's not Kenyan.
She's not Kenyan.
No, she's American. She's from Kansas.
Oh,
she's a farm girl.
She was teaching, right? You said she was teaching. Oh, she's from
teaching.
Kansas.
Kansas, long.
That's wild.
That was the first place I ever visited in America. Imagine.
That's also a musically inclined country.
Yeah, they love music a lot there. But every time I ran into a black person, they were just like, "Hey, did you see that guy? I might know him." Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Hey guys, as much as we banter and play and talk about a lot of things, we have a very important message.
Yeah.
For us to get the kind of country we want, we have to be intentional about it. So please, if you have registered for getting your PVCs, make sure you make your way to the INEC office you registered or where your PVC is at. Make sure you pick it up. Make sure you actually vote. It's time for us to change things. No matter who you want to vote for, please exercise that right. And if you do so, please take a picture, post it online with the hashtag Vote for Nigeria or I registered. Tag us, tag myself, tag Melody, tag Motolani. We'll see it. Let's keep pushing the culture. We must change this country.
Man, did you see the one where people were crying as they were auctioning their cars?
What?
Did you see that news?
What?
So you know when they impound your car in Lagos,
Mm-hmm.
they get it sold.
So I think they give
sell
you
it.
Impound. Like you park it for wrong place.
Yeah,
Government go sell am.
yeah.
Which
Auction.
kind of policy be that one?
No, if I mean if you also maybe
This
couldn't clear
Nigeria
it or
self, na
something.
get plenty jobs.
if you don't, I think there are fines to pay.
Okay.
Right? When they catch your
Yeah,
car.
just impound them,
Yeah,
put
fine
them
to
somewhere, then I'll come pay. You don't go
But
sell my
I
car
think that the fines too are ridiculous.
so
Yeah.
that you won't want it
So that you
again.
can't pay or whatever. So when that now happens, they now do an auction.
Of
That's
your
a
car.
Niger. That's
For your
just a
car.
Niger guy that's sitting in the office feeling too important by himself.
So a video went viral
Yeah.
of a guy crying. Like this guy stand there, he's in front of them looking at the people that are bidding for his car. 200K. The guy they cry.
Oh, the boss,
Yes.
the wife and the mom and son.
No, that's a
That's
separate
another
one. That's a separate one.
Also,
See,
I-
no,
I heard of-
wait. My question is this: what message are we trying to pass across to these people? Like, government can just use Ogboju now to collect my car because I park am for wrong place, and the mistake now is now worth the whole of my car, and it's not just like the way they collect rice. They collect rice that they are bringing in, and they find a way to sell it. Like, you can't bring this thing in, it's illegal. Bring it to us, we'll bring it in legally. I don't get it. Like, rice is...
You know, customs do that thing too.
Man,
They
With-
collect
with
people's
seized products.
business
Cars,
fees
yeah.
and they say they are impounding or
And then
they
they auction it.
confiscated.
but they are selling to themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they sell
normal
it. Some
now.
of them, their wife
Normal.
has shop with it.
Before
So what's that?
it's even the ones that get to the public for the real public auction, nobody better things. The
They
better
could not buy
things they
the
don't
right
run them
ones.
in house.
Yeah.
That's in the always.
It's a very unjust law.
They call it Erikpi.
It's a very unjust.
Concept
especially
products.
This particular Lagos state thing is a very, very unjust law. It's a wicked law.
I mean, so
we learn from the best, we learn from the best, and we can't dey use them for ourselves. Again, after they don't go, we still dey there, they point ourselves. Because laws, in my own book, most of those laws are for comfortable people to restrict some other people sometimes. Because why? I'm not saying we should be in a lawless society,
Yeah.
but then why some people go just use their own autonomous vibe and just say, you know what? From today on, any car wey una pound na for sale. Give them, tell them they pay 3 million naira. If they can't pay it in 1 week, go and sell it. And then they do an koro for person, and you know that this is not even a country where money is easy to come by, and these people struggle through maybe carrying load or jale or steal or whatever. Come buy this car, come to zero mind, say, I have arrived. Let me now start hustling. Then you come one day with one law that we know that nobody even they follow law. Then somebody now
I mean,
carry and
I
collect
think that's
person
I
thing.
think that's probably why they are enforcing the laws, because they feel like, so there's something in law called like the positivist school of thought that says that people obey laws because of fear of punishment.
Fear of punishment.
Yeah. So I mean, in advanced countries, I mean, you live in one, obviously, where if you run a red light, for example, the ticket is coming to your house, right?
And that one no mean say because say the ticket no cost. Say you tomorrow now you go lose
No
it.
drum.
It's just $25,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm around through.
Almost $25.
Yes. Mo lọ gba BRT lane àbí pitch pass.
Yeah.
The thing na 25 cents to use that road. But as I no get that sticker, I stubborn. I just lose say, how was can it be? I just enter that lane. I just dey go. I notice a person take me photo. Yep, I pass one time. Yep, you know, like 6 days later, they now send me photo and my bill. You understand? They charge me about $50 or $25, so it's supposed to be 25 cents to use. So
Because
that
of your-
one give me sense for my head. Say, okay, worst case scenario, I'll go online. Pitch pass. Put them for my car.
So that you can pass it next time.
You know me, say make you can't destroy person life in the name of say make the person know. Say what you do.
Fair
No
enough.
good.
So that's a stiff punishment.
It's way too stiff.
Go tell that's
It's
That's
it's
a still
it's
punishment.
wickedness.
Still punishment. It's a
wickedness.
stiff.
And my people, everybody's waiting for lights now in Lagos. So nobody's running.
Everybody
red light,
generating.
wickedness.
Everybody learning by
Because
all those
police
things.
follows one way.
Did you see the video of that guy that stopped last mile officials from passing one way on
Streets,
public
I saw it now.
land?
I said streets. Make everybody correct. Yes, now.
If you guys saw what happened to me 2 days ago or 3 days ago,
What do you do?
my brother, I ordered Crocs. So when I told you I want to buy Crocs,
Yeah.
now I ordered my Crocs. JJ, the rich gate of my estate. Olokpa did here. The guy talks to me. I call Olokpa. I called Olokpa. Olokpa said, they are going to let him in. I realized that 15 minutes later,
He never come in.
the guy no show. Like it's just a 2 minute waka. Then I called the guy, but I said they are not allowing him to get in. That I should come there. I carry my phone, call the security post again.
So what's happening?
They said the guy don't offend the lockbow. My brother, I reach gates.
So how did he offend the police?
My brother, the guy is a mad person. Let's not.
Okay.
I go to the gates. Next thing I see, guy, give me my team to go. Now lockbow, the guy beats one lockbow. He beats
The delivery man
brother.
beat a police officer.
You know wear uniform.
Old man. The man the boy
I don't understand. The dispatch rider
the dispatch rider.
beat up a police
I'm not joking.
Change be soldier.
He beat that. He give me now old man. No. Now in the but like 4 or 5 of them ganged up on him.
That's the police, other policemen.
My
They
brother.
pounded him.
Wait, I don't understand. Why did he beat the guy?
So the story is apparently when he came into the gates of the estate, he wasn't even meant to enter. He was
Yes.
meant to stay outside. Okay, they said, okay, don't stand on the road. The guy stood on the road. Already, to be honest, the guy I think he has anger issues. He don't already derrick for me before he even break cork self. Do you understand? He don't already derrick. They said he should leave the road. Did he leave the road? They won't carry the bike tomorrow. The guy turned out to Wala. They even free the guy again. They say, okay, go and park your bike there. Park it again on another side of the road. So by the time they can't carry the bike, go one side. I think they seize the ski. That was how he beats one of those guys. He beats the guy, old man.
For collecting his key.
Yeah, for collecting his key. They beat him, bro. They locked him up. Long story short, 15 minutes later, the guy started crying.
Old man.
No, the guy.
The
The dispatch rider started crying. He started crying for inside there. Bro, me.
You carry your Crocs.
No, bro. The key there in hand. The key to the bag.
The cargo key.
Bro, I couldn't collect
You just
anything.
did there, they watch
I just
Nollywood
did there.
film.
They watch. Victor see me there.
Okpala.
Okpala. You see me there. I'm like, I just watch film. Long story short, yeah. My brother, I paid extra 5,000 because they wanted to impound the bike.
So now to collect your Crocs.
No, you don't even because now the boy already cry. He phone break. 2 phone won't carry break.
They don't beat them.
They don't beat them.
They beat him and the phone.
The phone break. They don't beat them. They want impound in bike. You know, get into to shop again. Me, I swear I be say, I beg. I can't help I beg. Oga, I beg. 5,000. Even Victor come back and give them money. I'm not joking, bro.
Look at you, good citizens.
But the point I'm trying to make is, dispatch riders, some of them are wild.
They are.
Why so impatient?
They are. But they're also under a ton of pressure, dispatch riders.
Fair.
Sometimes they are given a ridiculous amount of things to deliver.
I also have to remember that anytime where we Nigerians get any position of power or authority,
We move mad.
most of the, like 90% of the time, we overuse it. Like we always ask for unnecessary acknowledgement sometimes. You enter this place, you never even greet anybody, they bring camera out. That's one of the things we saw last week. And this person works in a media house. So I'm like,
Where do I even start from?
Where do I begin?
yes.
How's it been back? When was the last time you were in Nigeria before this time?
I came January to record some of the songs that we've been working on.
Okay.
Because when the recording started in America, I wasn't going as I would have wanted it to.
Who was producing?
I had Mr. Kleb, I had Twins Beats, that's Del B.
Oh.
There'll be some Little Brother and some of his guys.
Yeah.
And usually I just like find a very great producer that I love their energy. We lock ourselves up and we just go at it.
Man.
And when we're done with our sounds, we're done with each other, he goes, somebody else comes in.
Are you nervous?
Nervous about
releasing music again? Or were you nervous?
Nervous? No, I'm not. I'm so grateful for this new generation, man. They make they make music so awesome now, because back then it used to be like one sound industry.
For real? I don't think so.
Well, then it's not like we don't have other sounds, but you know what I mean when I say it's a one sound system, unless you don't want to eat.
I mean, so
if you want to eat, you have to join
the dance records, right? Like the kind of records.
Well, Nigerians, we don't like any other thing. We listen to other songs, so
but we like Bedu.
We like to forget our pain.
At the time you came, it wasn't like that.
Exactly.
Your set still had variety.
Because we wanted to. It wasn't like they allowed us to. It was like, well, this is what
Champion was a hit record this country. It wasn't Bedu like that.
Yeah, but then that's because I'm stubborn.
Fair.
You know, just because I just felt like, well, this is what you get. And they're like, well, we love your sound. Let's go. I didn't even like Champion.
You didn't like
Champion when we were about to release it.
So who produced Champion again?
Huh?
Can't remember who produced Champion.
Password. His name is Password.
Password that's also a songwriter.
Yeah.
That's right. Don't go there.
See, go be.
I saw the segue coming. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like your set had now. Like even
I think you guys have more.
Look at the nominees list we mentioned.
Yeah,
that's a lot of variety for that.
For that.
Well, next rated.
Only one Bedu was there.
Yeah,
you guys had variety. It's a few years after you guys that it strictly became like Bedu party records or nothing. That was even the time that
the time we came in
albums.
Yeah.
There was nothing happening. If you like, you crazy. That then there was no industry then. We didn't have a music industry. We just had the music scene where everybody would just come, e.g.
do their thing.
Only party time we come upon the place. I need Jamaica coming. And Vector 2 came. Yeah. I'm a bass timer. Hey,
that's creepy.
The voice.
That's my friend. No, we grew up together. So everybody started coming. MI2 with the deep one. Yeah. So everybody just started doing. Then it got to a point when, like, say, D'banj.
Yeah.
When people like D'banj came into the scene, not the industry. When he came into the scene, he now changed it totally to like say, if you don't get crazy, don't go shop here. Everybody was like, let's go. So you understand? So the whole thing started going
crazy
that way. But that time, it wasn't like everybody was getting paid. Like then I know if we're going for a show, we know how many guys are getting paid. Like between the musicians, we know the people that are here to just support the event, and we know the people that are getting paid. If you have like 12 musicians on the bill back then, it could just be like 2 guys getting like real pay. And the rest, some of them will pay to get there, and they will add the money to the guy that is getting paid.
Yeah.
So this generation,
but it's still like that now.
But it's not like as glaring as this generation.
It's not there's way more money in this.
This generation, they have like you don't even have to go on the stage to make money now.
Yeah.
You don't have to perform on the stage.
Some producers are getting bag.
Yes, you don't have to be on say Billboard. I'm not going to mention any telecommunication company.
Yeah.
But it's either you are with one of those guys, and I think it was just 2. The third one didn't care if you keep on or not. 2 were pandering to the Niger market.
But we know who you're referring to, don't worry.
Yeah, no, all of us, we all know. Yeah, so those ones now, that one is there. We like, we will give you shows. You be on all our billboard nationwide will give you 200 shows for the year. Like, okay, I love that. You're getting paid. The other one will be like, we'll pay you, bam. Go and look for your show. Whatever you want to do your show or whatever. Or once in a while, if we have anything we want to plug in, we'll call you. Just know that anytime you see us celebrating anything,
pull up.
Or you see a certain color, know that that's where your money is.
Pull up.
Yes. So this generation, they're not like held back by stuff like that. Yeah. Like this generation, people can afford to offend a lot of people. Back then,
if you're black, your back don't block.
You offend person
even
for the industry.
Till now,
I know a lot of people that will just offend everybody, and their money will still come in from outside.
Fair enough.
I know some artists in this generation that that blew abroad for us to appreciate them.
Yeah. He's not mentioning names, but we know who he's talking about.
Yes, I just don't want them. Now they'll now turn it to like a whole new post. A whole new post.
Yeah.
General Pype said, before people know him, some people go just say, "What's they worry that one? What's in talk?" They never read that one. They just tweet that one. What's they worry that one? Instead their life. You know that kind of thing. I'm not like this. My homeboy, man, this guy that I love listening to out there, Charlemagne will be like, "Let the youngest do their stuff. Stay out of the youngest things." You understand? So then they do their own, and I love what this generation like. It's not like I have to catch up.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that I was advocating for that they are doing now.
Yeah.
Like let's have an industry where you can say, oh, XYZ sold so units of records. We had that in the 80s for them Sonia Day or 70s. Yeah. But since this generation, nothing like that. And when I see these guys doing it, like Naija Boys, they say Madison Square Garden, O2 Arena, like say even Okote was huge to us then. At the time. Like if there's any show happening at a hotel,
that was a huge one. Still a huge one.
People are willing to pay to perform, like not to get paid to perform. People go there and be like, if I put down for my portfolio, say I just do a hotel last week, it go improve my level. Yeah, that's horrible, man. Yes, sir.
Well, you guys are at the time though. How did you get to Storm though?
I think it was just that the industry is still small, but then it was super small. The industry, like it was like a small village. So whatever is happening in Lekki, they'll find a way to know in mainland. It wasn't like we had like social media.
Yeah.
But we had social media.
Yeah.
You understand? Because all the collaborations here and there, then Champion. Yeah, I think that's when they reached out to my people.
What was it like at the time Champion came out? It's a smash everywhere. What was that like for you?
You don't think it was a smash everywhere?
What was it like, me?
Yeah, what was it like for you?
I only need to sing my verse. I'll let them do their own. I'll just do my verse and I'll just...
Okay.
All right. I'll just sing the chorus. See, I finished my verse. So it even happened like the first place I ever performed after my left Naija was this local joint, like rappers, blah, blah, blah. I finished singing verse 1 and it became like a muscle memory thing, like, stamp on your feet, wave your flag, and then tell them, say, I am a bold champion. And they were like, okay, wait, is it? We don't know your song. Yeah, so then it was awesome.
Exactly, you didn't get that?
I did.
Oh my God.
I did. But you know what I'm thinking now? Like, it's just how
if that song was now
that developed, yes, because that's where I was going. If that song was now, the sync and publishing opportunity that song would have.
Who owns the rights to that song?
It's still my song, but I still need to go and remind them, the people that published it. Because when you go online, like say Apple Music or Spotify, you still see like Podium, Storm.
Yeah.
Okay. I was never an artist with either of them.
You never had a contract with either of them?
Yeah.
Well, you were never signed to Storm.
I thought I was until I found out and I lost my mind. Like, oh, no wonder they are not doing promo.
Wait, I don't understand.
No wonder.
Did you ever sign a contract with them?
No.
So how did you think you were if you never signed a contract?
Well, basically, I thought like, and say we don't dey work with Storm now. It's Storm record.
We got a day.
Yeah, so no worry. Then it was just like get the song out. That was the
So basically, what they really did for you was just distribution. Because promotions, from what you're
distribution.
saying now, they didn't even bother about promotion.
That's when I started losing my mind because I wasn't the only artist on their roster then, and I saw
The
how
difference.
much funds were going, and I was the only one coming back home with awards. Like
They don't add up.
Oh, wait.
I didn't even have a bicycle spoke, like that metal that goes left and right or whatever. Yeah, I didn't even have any of those, and all I was thinking in my head then was like, imagine say they just gave me one boys quarters from one place now with one Okada with nice element where I could cover my face, even as it's small.
Ninja biker.
Yes, now in my mind, I'm just like, imagine you wake up in the morning and you don't have to worry like, where I go see what I have this morning, light no day.
Yeah.
I felt like it was going to inspire me in a way, like I would be grateful. You understand?
Yeah.
It will make me consider music as some kind of a job, not like a hobby where after my mom and my brothers just watch my advert on Super Sport, I'll still go, mommy, money need to be 1,000 naira. And then, it didn't really make any sense, But then, that na back era. At the end of the day, wherever the journey took me, I love the guy that I am today. I love the level of knowledge that I've been able to gather. I know that wherever my money is hanging, the moment you get the right team together, they will just vomit it. Most of the time, they vomit more than they ate. So it's good. The longer it takes, sometimes it's even good. Unless those companies are gonna decide to they just decide to go bankrupt and pack up and go. Yeah. But if those companies still exist, say like Coke, or say like I want Con, where they owe me money, they'll pay my money now.
Yeah.
Anybody, that one slipped. But a lot of them owe me money plenty. It just hurts that you have to go fight for it. Why can't people just be decent, sort you out,
So do you still get the royalties from these songs that you released with Storm?
What? No, I don't even get report apart from seeing how much number they're doing on Apple
and YouTube
and Spotify for artists and stuff like that. The stuff that they did, the real money wasn't the streaming. The money that Champion made was physical
shows,
events. Publishing, or those publishing that you have people like Super
get
Sports
those songs on publishing, though.
And all of those people that had it on their platform for 18 months. Those people,
Did you get checks from that though?
I won't be mad now. Why will I be mad if I see those kind of checks? I'll be the most grateful artist on earth. But I've got to a point in my life where I felt like it is either I move forward and pick my fight, basically, and work on me. I don't want to get stuck back there because it was so horrible to even think about whatever it was that I went through that period. I mean, I just felt like I've healed myself to an extent where I want to move forward, create some great music. And when that time comes for me to be like, okay, I'm bored. You. That kind of thing. But right now, I just want to because it would just get me stuck in one spot. Yeah. If I keep fighting that battle, it can't take more from me than it has already taken.
The thing with being hot, especially music hot, is very painful because
when you're seeing it everywhere.
You're also, if you even decide to delve into it, right, you're going to end up one day being like, you just do Instagram live and start complaining.
Yeah.
And to you don't want to be just sound like somebody that's bitter, or you're not making it again.
So what will I get from that one is now it's just like digging old wound. All of the guys that owe me, they should chill. I'm not coming for you this week or next. But very soon, eventually, unless people just decide to be like, Pype, I saw you on pause. And this is what I don't want fight too. That's good. But personally, right now, emotionally, where I've worked on myself a lot, that I don't even want to get stuck in that
Please,
period of
please,
my
if you're
life.
owing Pipe, gather his money, please. Thank you.
Yes, so quickly.
But
But I have my money.
I think publishing is about to take off here in terms of like people getting their publishing out there. A lot of Nigerian artists still
Yeah,
do their
plus publishing companies are moving,
moving
in
here.
are moving in here a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
The big labels are setting up publishing arms here.
Yeah, like it's going to
shout
be very
out
interesting.
what's his
Godwin
name?
Tom,
Godwin Tom is the publishing
West Africa
Oga for
Sony.
West Africa for Sony Music.
Sony publishing.
So a lot of we're about to see a lot of that with publishing, and those songs, man.
I think your song. I mean, you did get some form of publishing, for Nations Cup.
That's what I'm saying.
That he talked about. He didn't see a check from it. He talked about it.
But that's going to like say Bless and Ready, Mine Only, Clear Road. That's the new songs I'm pushing. Those guys, at the end of the day, you know, if I go into Champion is loved by so many people. A lot of people saw me and thus it just made them grateful that I can't get to Boyesana for Super Sport. They use blah, blah, blah. And different platforms, different companies, they used it. In a way, I got paid emotionally in a way. But financially, I would love that too. But right now, personally, I just wanna create. I just wanna make more great songs.
I think that you know that thing that happens with every industry where there are people who are like
Wait,
pioneers or
please continue.
people who are like you are still in shock, Abby.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's wild.
people who are like pioneers or people who like make the way for others. They are not the ones that
benefit
enjoy
from
it the most. It's most times people that come after them that
Yeah, that's why I want
Enjoy.
to come and catch my own wave too.
God,
Yeah.
And collect my money.
you have tried.
Yes.
You have
You
paid your
know.
dues.
Who distributed
right.
Blessings?
Which one?
Blessed and
Blessed,
Ready.
Blessed and
Yeah,
Ready.
Blessed and Ready,
Is Blessed and Ready was distributed by Lander, and Mine Only, then Clear Road is being distributed by Believe.
Okay.
Okay.
They both distribution companies that work out of UK.
Believe is here.
Believe is here.
They're here in Nigeria now.
Yeah. They
I
have a
need to
guy.
go. Then
They
they crazy.
have a
Jatao.
Christian Jatao. They have
He
a
did
guy.
for this Lagos, yes.
He's in Abuja. He's
It's
based
not.
in
Oh,
Abuja.
okay. But
yeah,
I
Still
know that
costs a
they're
lot.
trying to penetrate. They're trying to. They bring in their own.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the Believe guys are coming to Nigeria next
I
month.
heard. Who was telling me that? Okay, I can't mention the persons.
It's Christian that told me.
Oh, okay. I can't
They
mention
should-
the-
they
They're
should-
trying to do it. So you know that there was a time that TuneCore was like, you know, they own TuneCore.
Yeah.
They bought TuneCore.
Oh,
And there was a time TuneCore was the shit.
It's still the shit.
It's not as
Zoom call.
It
not
is.
as-
Wait, for
in terms of volume. They are,
minus the issue of volume actually. Like a bunch of artists still can afford to get deals.
no, that's the point now.
Yeah.
That's my point. So
Yeah.
in terms of but what I'm referring to the shit is even the big artists were using TuneCore
Yeah,
back then.
yeah.
But now, you know,
Ain't nobody.
music distribution
What?
is so fucking crazy now. If anybody is
They're
big,
getting a bag, bro.
if an artist becomes big, you don't even need to be big, semi-big. Even.
But now those big companies we're talking about now, they've bought all the real estate in this playlisting and streaming world.
But that's how it should be.
That's
crazy.
capitalism, bro.
See, I don't
That's
like the
capitalism.
fact that people are complaining about that.
It's not like complaining, but
No, not
then,
you, not even you.
not like say complaining. What I see is that it's just like the same way that they've oversat like Yankee now. The way the music business go, like it runs out there. Even as crazy as Nigeria market is or was, still like a far cry to what happens out there. Like Dagbo, Kala, Leju, Igolojo, like crazy.
Wait,
man.
is that thing that Daju Kala, is it street already?
Daju has been street since like the 80s.
I know Daju, like Daju.
Daju, Kala, where
Kala,
Kala
I
go.
know Kala.
Yes, now. It's been like on the street, like it's been on the street since the 80s. But it's just like the way Bob Marley will sing. Bob Marley will bring a parable, and the next musician will be like, why didn't I think about that? Yeah, it's just the same lamba.
Olamide, shout out to Olamide. Why are you
Bless her.
closest to out of like the generation that came after you?
I mean, the youngest, the guy that I loved the most back then, is no longer with us.
That
The
Green.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love him like dearly, like we were born by the same mom. Like I love him. Crazy. He never called me Pype one day. Not one day in his life. Never called
How
me
does he call
Pype.
you?
Babao. That's all. And when he even had that accident, I was sitting there, pumping, swelling, like, I didn't know that I would never see him. I didn't even go check him at the hospital. Yeah. So apart from that, let's see this new generation of people that came afterwards.
I mean, that green is it was like the generation before them with. It was like actually like Timaya's generation, to be honest. When you think about it, it was young.
It was young. Yeah.
It was younger.
Hella
than them.
young. I met him like 2 miles away from here.
Oh, where?
At Shaman's studio.
Oh, shout out to Shaman.
Yeah, I was going to do a collaboration with Shaman the day I met him, and when I got there, it was like, one of my aburo, yeah, they died to meet you, blah blah blah. So I was outside praying spiritual in the corner. Then he walked. Yeah, it was like, Egbon, Baba. I just say, now he be that green. So Ọlọ́run, that's how we met. And he would come and watch me and Vector on the island. We used to perform live band, like cover band at some Chinese restaurant.
What year was this?
I think this was like, say like 8, 9.
Okay.
Let's say 7, 8. Yeah, 2007, 8.
So you grew up in Lafiaji?
Obalende. Lafiaji is still
Very
like
close,
a stone throw.
yeah.
We don't get on buses to get to Lafi. We walk. There's a lot of shortcut. Like Lafiaji.
So you met Vector when you guys were how old?
I think I met him when we were around JSS 3 at St. Gregory's College.
Yo, you attended Greg's?
Yeah.
Oh.
Me, Vector, Ben Foster, and Blaze. I was a member of a group called Bada Boys then. They wanted me to join, but I hated groups because my friends that were in groups, when they go into show, one of them would just be feeling to celebrity more than the rest. And they'll be sitting downstairs waiting for this guy. And when he gets them, I just be like, who is
the guy?
And I'll be like, but they hear the way since he can't come out, they feel like diva. You understand? Like, if this group is going to fail, it's going to be because of me. And if we're going to succeed, it will be because of me. So I won't blame Victor
person.
or some. Yeah, I think the guy's name was Victor. He used to just be a diva like that. Or he would just be like, jeez, me, Bobby Bayo, it's Bemani, Lati drone. She will she concert me. Yeah. So Ben and Vector, then they always come around and be like, Majek. They call me Majek then. Majek, what? They just rap and I start singing from my nose. Anifa, the baby.
Affliction must never rise.
Anifa, baby, ìwọ ni mo fẹ́ràn jù láyé. Yeah. So we started off at Greg's and it was like the best person for me to go right on the beats after, like, if we're like singing, like after Vector, I just come in with this sick fire.
So when did you start the patois thingy?
I think that one came around 2004, 5, as long as my dread. I think, yeah. I don't even know where I understood it from. I think I was mad at one guy at Bar Beach. You know, he was just freestyling, doing those raga stuff. We're like, yeah, man. Big bombo clat, rude boy. But the guy just washed me. He said, what you talk about, baby? Just say, you know shit about him. I turn out to fight him. I say, you know shit. Orubi on Rasta she man she on Rasta one love. The guy talk anything again for my mind at the verse say, my kind, my boy, I'll beat you here in the world. You know, be so Rasta they do. And when I go home, I think we were staying at Babish Towers. That top build in front of Babish then. Me, Vector, and Ben Foster and his other group member, we were staying with our first manager then. So I went to sleep. I woke up the next day, everybody was looking at me like I've done, maybe I pooped my pants while I was sleeping. I was like, Kilo Shele. Say, what's in Jambila Tenkon? Yeah, man, yeah, man, look on zombie. I versed for the guy rich money from my sleep.
What?
Yes. Then my manager then spoke fluent patois. So it was like, waiting why they verse say if you hear in language, say for Wundam. Say now waiting they shout for sleep. We say, if I hear this language last one, you call one friend, call on she,
Bro.
Sing it, yeah. The first day I ever sang it on a song, I was angry too because my friend that I invited to come sing the verse, to sing in Raga verse, book for session, he didn't show up. And that year, you can't just say, so I went there, I did back up. Yeah. Ooh. Where this guy now? He didn't show up. The third time. And my friend was like, that coming last. And I went to the balcony, I prayed. Spiritual. I went to corner to pray. And so I got back in there. I closed my hand, I'm like, can you whatever give a voice or no? And Come With Me is the title of the song. So he make it easy, say that guy no even come with me. So I just begin the para. We finished session. I took the song home. At that point, my manager then, that would become my manager, I was like part of the logistics with the crew. Vector and the rest were the one that knew that guy is a stupid guy. The guy didn't know that I sang. I was the one bringing all my friends. I'm like, you want to be manager? I get friend, Vector, about Bola, so no Bruku. That one, no Bruku, Padimiti. That one we won't do rag ourselves. Now, Baba in the do for our area then, but in the verse when they do in Baba, we just they give you, man. When your blood is full, you get down, feed into. So I didn't hear that to me. Oh boy, no, Ragani. So I took him in, they signed him too. So it was part of the verse in my mind, like, Shele Timo help when he said, I need help. So, that was the vex. When the manager now heard the song, he's like, this is a very great song. Who did that raga part? We could stop singing for now. We just sit on this dancer for a minute.
I thought you were Sean Paul the first time I heard you.
I told the guy that recorded me, I told him that every time I hear Sean Paul, it's like I'm talking. It's like, if you don't mind, shut it up, but you don't pray too much. Your spiritual prayer is getting too much. Yeah, so...
God.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, man, boy and said, she don't like me. Man, warrior, my jack bone. Yeah.
So who made you General Pype?
AY. The first manager. No, my first manager, Ayodele Rotimi.
Oh.
I don't know if you know him.
I met him once.
He's one of those guys that foresaw this whole digital takeover. 2011, he ran into the apartment happily. He was like, Pype, what's in Shellel? He said, for the first time, digital sale as what is it? Overtook it overtook physical. 2011, that was the first year. And he ran into every magazine you can possibly imagine. He get subscription to run to Nigeria here then. So the guy came to me, was super excited. He's like, So yeah, he was the one that gave me Pype. It was like, we'll call you Pype. Like, because of my prayers. It's like, no, it's a short, it's prolific youth, positive entertainer.
Did you attend LAG too?
No, I got on merit list, but I didn't go. Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, at that point, I was just, I let the smallest part of what it takes or what it is to go to Unilag take over my mind. I was so young, freshly off St. Gregory's College, got merit list. I didn't even expect it. You understand? As a matter of fact, I didn't see my jam paper. So it was like 30 minutes to the end. I was like, well, if I do this one now, God, if I see 1 point, you hear me. You understand? And I got 265. I danced Galala from the Ikoyi office of Jam. Reach Obalende out of celebration. Then I didn't go.
You guys used to go check at Jam office.
Yes.
Yes, now you think saying that this generation we don't check out for
Online.
IG.
Scratch card.
Scratch
IG.
card,
We have
yeah.
scratch card then now, but scratch card safe now. I think scratch card came in around 2 Scratch card was an idea. Then you have to go to Ikoyi and go knock one window there. Then the woman open, what's your number? And the woman go back in there and go check for your number. I don't even believe saying am I because it's in today Manuel and Jonesy. I'm like,
So if you don't make mistake.
I say number 069 or something. That was my number. The woman, go and be Joko down. Next, like Amy.
That's how you don't line up.
Yes. Where she give me the
You
number, I
don't
don't
believe
believe
her.
her
She
now
never
because I lost my. Yeah. So then I was scared. Like, I'm not.
Are you a
rich
Raptors
kid.
fan?
Who?
Raptors. Is that not Raptors?
I don't even know. I just like the heart.
What team do you support? Hawks?
Atlanta. Well, I love Atlanta. Shana, what they call them?
Hawks.
Falcons
Hawks.
and Braves.
Oh, okay.
The Braves. I like that one. It's not because anything. I just like only
Their
one
name.
guy for the whole team. Ozzy Obi. He resemble my friend Mr. So.
Oh.
So if I dey see the guy, I dey see Mr. So. I like the whole team because of that guy.
Football?
Football. I like Arsenal only when they are arguing about it. It's not like I watch it though. Vector is
Man U
an
fan.
Arsenal
It's a
fan.
Man U fan.
When?
Vector is a Man U fan.
Vector.
Arsenal fan, no.
Vector.
Vector is Man U fan.
I thought Vector was a Man U fan. No?
That's not.
Vector goes out of his way to look for people's trouble to let you know that he's a gunner. Yeah,
That's
I
not
like that canon too. The giant canon. I love it.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking about soccer or any sport, it is because maybe like 30 minutes before, people don't jab and say from my front. I can't carry that same point. Hey, you, Ijawo, where? Or where? That's all.
You and Vector still close?
We were together, say yesterday,
Okay.
jamming. Me and Vector, we even need to drop an EP. That's too much songs.
Omo,
They have not even dropped.
that would be so.
You guys have a lot of unreleased songs.
That would be so
Goodness. I came in January to secretly record
Mm-hmm.
and at least 3 songs.
Wow.
That would be so
Yes. I was playing a song for him yesterday, already booked for a verse on it. Say, wow, like,
By a government name.
yes, now the only person with that now, you say, like, me, verse 2 yeah, or 1, because the problem. You see, waiting, he just autonomously claimed the verse, but it's the only guy that can do that. Yeah, Vector, my fam.
So what's the plan now between now and the end of? When do you go back?
I leave in some days, in like 3-4 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been around since the 25th or 6th.
Okay.
And we've been basically doing our media runs, trying to meet all the eguns behind the Igbales of our entertainment.
Omo, if you are not Yoruba, forget that. You can't
Yes.
understand.
We want to see the guys behind the masquerade. It's been like forever. Yeah. So basically what we're doing is we're dropping like a few more singles. EP comes into the picture. EP1, EP2. It would have been one EP if I had not been so quiet. Yeah, but then the marketing team and my manager, they were like, drop the towel on that album that you're shouting for us that I'm pregnant. I have so many songs. They're like, cool down. Let's do like a few EPs.
Yeah.
And we talk about the album. And yeah, basically that's the plan. But between now and say the first quarter of next year, we're just going to be, shelling.
What's the difference between media rounds now and media
That's a good
rounds
question.
then? What have you did you notice any significant
good question.
changes? What's the difference now?
I don't know.
accent.
The only difference
You said
is
the
me.
accent, really.
What's the accent?
No, basically, the difference between that guy, that time and now is just me. my own mindset
Yeah.
as to why are we going there. That would be my question when I was younger. Be like,
Why do artists have that mentality though?
no, not just it comes with age. The same mentality that comes with I need them to buy me a car. I need the a sign-on fee. I need this all those diva aspect that comes with the sudden realization that there's something inside of you that could actually
bring money.
Create. Apart from money, then we never even thought of money, so we didn't see that as business. Yeah. Most of those guys that you see complain about every other things they need to do about their business, they don't see it as business. They don't see themselves as a business or the music business as some sort of business that they need to work hard at, the way a bricklayer will carry pong on their head, or pure water woman put pure water for her head. That one no satisfying. She can't put nylon again to cover her. You understand? So that's the only difference between that period and now, because I know why I'm doing this right now. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love that I've been getting. Apart from like there will be like you start thinking like it's your birthright. Love, birthright. Or you just drop song and you think all your fans should go and look for it. Say, talk about love, me on my work on. That's not how we're supposed to be. So fan love. No, it doesn't happen. Even that fan love goes most of the time. Like I used to think that people like Chris Brown are so huge that their songs started selling in Africa like that. I didn't know that they've had people in Nigeria for like decades that plug their artists in.
Yes.
They just sit down here. They wake up every morning and all they do is go plug music. Hey, I've not heard you play Chris Brown. That's what they're going to be like. Yeah, we're here. We're paying you. I'm not asking you for a favor. What is going on? Refund or stop playing? So that kind of scenario totally changed the way I see media runs or our partners in the media, because it's like hand in hand. They have a platform, you have a content. We need each other. As a matter of fact, someone like me that I've been quiet for a long time, it's a privilege to have people willing to hear what I've got to say. Yeah, so that's how I see it now.
You've been releasing singles. You're back, releasing singles. First of all, I want to ask, right? Let me start from the reaction, because I know what happens with music is when you've been away for a while, there are people in your DMs, there are people in your comment section, come back, where you been, where you were, blah blah blah, yada yada. So now you've released 3 singles, Blessed and Ready. Remind me the other 2.
Mine Only and Clear Road.
What has been the general response so far?
I mean, it's been crazy. It's been crazy because just like what my manager would say, we like, if they don't know you have a song out, they won't bother looking for it. If you're not releasing a song, your fans will not say, I stopped listening to music because Pype is not singing. They move on to the next guy. So basically, the fact that we've been releasing new singles, the fans have been like going bazooks. They be like, now what do they talk with this now? I like normal street jubastic.
This personality, you need to bring this personality. Maybe feature Portable or something. And do this level with the part 1 thing.
Yeah, so basically, the love has been awesome. Guys have been playing. I only have one video out, and they've been playing the living daylight out of it. That I'm like feeling like I'm like getting shy now. Like I need another.
Need to keep going.
Another video now. So for the sake of pointing it out, Clear Road is the newest one. It came out like 2 days ago. It's heavily influenced by the Nigerian sounds. Like I want a song that my mom will be able to sing. I'm like, oh mom, don't buy sorry, don't worry, kind of thing. And Blessed and Ready is when I looked at my guy, Cash Boy Management, that came to drag me from my film set. Like, Pype, whenever you're ready, let's do this. You still got it. I'm like, for real? So basically, Blessed and Ready is when I looked at those guys around me and all the fans Every time I post a picture, they just
Come
like,
back,
Benny, go there, staff, make sure, go sing. So
Did they really say that?
Fans
yes,
can be rude,
even
though.
my friend Seth,
Fans can be
Vector
rude.
was like, okay, we don't hear, go sing.
Corny.
Yeah. So basically, all of those made me sing Blessed and Ready. And all the awesome love, like my own experience with romantic jubasticulation manifested itself in Mine Only.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a chilled vibes. A little bit of Caribbean
What
stroke
is
Nigerian.
jubasticulation?
That's pipe knees. Pipe knees.
The title of this episode.
Pipe knees. Yes, sir. So basically, all of you out there, the new ones and my old fans that don't even know that I'm back, you guys should go check my songs out.
Check out his songs on
Blessed
all
and
platforms.
Ready, Mine Only, Clear Road, they are all on up, especially the platforms that we use out here. That's AudioMac and
Sorry, the hater just walked in.
oh.
Please continue.
So basically, I would love it beyond words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melody is walking in when
You're
Pipe is
welcome to
about
the
to leave.
program.
You're welcome to the program.
Please feel at home.
You are literally a
Please feel
guest.
at
You are a
home.
guest.
You are a guest.
are
You are the
literally a
guest. You know what Pipe called us? You know what Pipe called
literally a
us?
guest.
He likened us to the Breakfast Club. Without
She
you,
jammed Mine Only. She jammed Mine Only, Blessed and Ready. I don't know if she has Clear Road yet.
Clear Road, no. Just mine, blessed.
Why do you not look like Labake like this?
Who is Labake now?
My sister, the only girl in my family.
Oh.
Wow.
Why are you leaving now, though?
Huh? I've been
I mean,
here
it's
waiting
been
for
here
you.
now.
Okay?
But everywhere is blocked. Even if you go now, you're not going to get to your destination.
It doesn't matter.
Shut
You
up,
are way
you.
past the time for
Shut up.
jubasticulation.
Yes, so what's the
That's, he said it, Abi.
Jubast-
Yes.
Jubasticulation.
He said it on my show, Jubasticulation. He said it on my show too.
Yeah.
Wagba.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you, thank
through.
you.
Guys,
Melody.
check
So nice
out
to see you again.
General Pype's new single.
Why are you
What's your
making- why are you making
what's your
it
social media handles?
Official General Pype.
Official General Pype on IG. The rest, just General Pype.
All right, guys, follow General Pype. Check out his music. Champion.
Come on, Farouk.
We are back.
Jubasticulation.
Hey guys, as much as we banter and play and talk about a lot of things, we have a very important message.
Yeah.
For us to get the kind of country we want, we have to be intentional about it. So please, if you have registered for getting your PVCs, make sure you make your way to the INEC office you registered or where your PVC is at. Make sure you pick it up. Make sure you actually vote. It's time for us to change things. No matter who you want to vote for, please exercise that right. And if you do so, please take a picture, post it online with the hashtag Vote for Nigeria or I registered. Tag us, tag myself, tag Melody, tag Motolani. We'll see it. Let's keep pushing the culture. We must change this country.
Tani bro, eh?
We're back. We're back.
Who's your bro?
That was a fun one with General Pype.
That's General Pype.
Did you guys talk about him becoming the stage thing that he does now?
What does he do now on stage?
Oh, the film.
Filmmaking thing.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
He told us about that.
his
He told us about that.
And you know, on the show talking about Nollywood and asking Nollywood directors, call me if you want my knowledge. I say, call me some money. You see, because I paid money to learn this.
Yes,
of course.
nice.
How do you feel
That's
about the
fair.
conversation that went down on your show?
What conversation went down on Melody Show?
Something interesting,
Give me
my
the
brother.
juice, brother. Give me the juice.
So, you know how Melody does benevolently, does call.
Oh, yeah,
People
yeah,
say,
yeah.
oh, I want to give a shout out to somebody.
This line is an
A
idiot.
very, very nice young man, very able-bodied,
Don't skip the
with
gist.
a heart of gold.
Are you the one that called?
No, bro. I could feel his heart.
Shut up.
It was his girlfriend's birthday.
Say
Okay.
who called you. We're not just
It
listening to my
doesn't
show
matter.
randomly.
It doesn't
Fucking
matter.
liar.
It doesn't matter.
Eh?
The truth is the truth.
Uh-huh.
Called in because he wanted to wish his baby happy birthday.
Okay.
Melody, I mean, you know, Melody actually went and called the babe.
Okay.
Hi, is this XXX? The babe said yes. So someone said I should wish you happy birthday. Oh my god, nice. From your boyfriend. He said, who's my boyfriend? I was like, you don't have a boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend. So who is this guy?
She called his name.
Apparently that's what the babe said. Oh, so it's not a boyfriend? No. Melody was querying. Even it shocked him. So now We moved on to the next one.
Did the guy call back?
No. So
boy sent
the
him
conversation then.
What did he say?
The babe. Wait.
This is
The
the
babe
liar.
cut the conversation. I mean, Melody. Okay, it's bye. She was shocked.
No, I didn't end the conversation. I said, "Is the boy your boyfriend?" She said, "No."
That's what I said.
I now said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Well, no, yes. Well, he's the only one I have now, so I might just say he's one of them." Or
Jesus Christi. My God. My God.
My Jesus. But brother, call back. Say they should call her back or something.
So another boy now texted and said, Melody, please, today's my girlfriend's birthday. Can you please call her too and ask her?
Another boy.
Yes, and say, can you please help me to call my girlfriend too and ask her what's the name of her boyfriend? Let me see. Let me be sure she's not cheating on me.
And you called.
And I called.
What happened? I'm that.
So the second boy was like, Melody, please call her. And I called the girl, she wasn't picking up. And I sent him a message that because it's live, like it's on radio. Like, oh, she's not picking, but like, please keep trying. I need to know my stand. Blah, blah, blah. So I kept calling the girl. The girl I finally
This
picked.
prime radio shit, man.
Bro.
And I finally picked. The girl I finally picked. I'm like, hi, good afternoon. I was like, okay, how is your day going? And she's like, fine. I'm like, today's your birthday. Your boyfriend asked me to call you. Blah, blah, blah. Someone asked me to call you. She was like, oh yeah, who is that? I was like, do you have a boyfriend? To the answer. Do you have a boyfriend?
These women.
Then she called the call. When I say call her back.
Auntie no pick again.
And I called her back. She was not picking. She now started cutting the call. The boy now said, that's all I need to know.
I'm on the road.
Melody.
What?
With these few points of yours.
No.
Bro, you're radio na Telemundo. What be this?
Melody.
What?
When I want to.
This one I went on Twitter. I was now
You know who gave me this gist?
Who gave you
So my
this?
caretaker is unfortunately he's a fan of Melodies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it
Unfortunately, this situation.
Interesting.
Because he picked up his phone and called me.
Say, paddy,
Pardon me. This happened on your guys' show.
No, say tune in.
No, yeah. So he said something is happening on your guys' show. Bro, now I'll go listen. I saw it. Where I'm going is that Melody would not have said anything.
I wish you had video of this
Bro.
call.
Oh, right.
She wouldn't have said anything.
It would be good content for social
That's
media.
what I'm saying.
Right.
You guys should be recording it.
Yeah, we do. So the thing is, it's live. You don't plan it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? A lot of times these things
But that's why niggas record things and then chop them out for social media.
So that's the thing. Except you plan to record the show every time.
That's the point.
That's the point. That's the only way you can
That's
achieve
the
this.
only way.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Because you don't know this is gonna happen. Sometimes people ask me to call up their lovers and their lovers say, oh yeah, my boyfriend, I love him so much. And,
Would you have said anything on this podcast about
why
this?
would I?
Exactly.
Is it today? Men also don't
Because it
mention.
doesn't fit your agenda.
What agenda?
The agenda
That
that men are the only scum. When we have told you
When
countless
you are Nene Blouse come.
we've told you countless
But we're not
times
going to say that shit on this
men are
podcast.
scum,
Shut
yes,
up.
but women are worse. Men just have bad
stop
PR.
saying that's. I've never said women don't cheat, but stop saying women
You
are
never
worse.
said that
Women are
before.
worse.
Oh yeah, say it now. Admit it.
You've never even said women don't cheat before.
What?
You've never said, like, you've never agreed that women cheat.
Oh yeah, say it.
Yes, women do.
Women cheat. Say it fully.
Women do cheat.
Oh.
Yeah, but
it's raining outside though because
oh,
you said
Debbie.
that.
But it's not a women are worse or
Women are worse,
there's
actually.
women are worse. Of
You know
course, because
why?
you listen to my show and you saw two women.
No, how many women have you been with in your life?
Why do you always say
Have you
that?
slept with people's boyfriends?
I have
Have you
friends
slept with
that are
people's girlfriends
women.
before?
No.
Then stop talking.
So because you slept with people's girlfriends now.
Salibi-
Does that so for guys like you, both of
I
you,
want to see where this question is going. Go on.
for guys like you that don't respect the
sanctity of a relationship.
Go on. Go on.
the example what I was going to use,
Yeah.
the sanctity of a relationship, and you go about spreading your seed in people's women,
Jesus.
right? Do you
With
fear
consent though.
OJB?
No.
But my
No. I wanted to chip that in there so you don't lose sight of the fact.
Go on. Go on.
do you fear that they might do that to your own girlfriend?
It's fine. In the prayer words of an Afrobeats OG, if I cheat and you
cheat.
forgive me, that's your personal problem.
Is that not Fireboy?
AOT.
AOT.
Okay, AOT. But if you
But if
cheat,
you cheat
And I find out.
I'm
we're
not
done.
forgiving you. Actually, AOT to say that.
So what I would say
This
is,
is your personal problem.
to answer that question, most times how people think karma will come is not how karma comes. So a lot of people have the opinion, if you kill, you'll be killed. If you thief, they will steal your own. If you cheat,
I mean,
you'll be
the
cheated.
concubine is currently the Queen of England. The Queen
The
Consort.
queen consort. You gotta
Good girl, no, they pay.
you gotta
Oh,
love it, you know. But are there consequences to things in life? But yes, but first of all, in this particular scenario you mentioned, you have to please mentioned the most important thing, that someone who is an active member of that relationship first did not respect the sanctity of that said relationship,
So
not
you-
the outsider. It's like even in marriages when couples cheat or something,
Hold your gender
let's say a
accountable.
man cheats with his side chick and the woman goes and she's beating the side chick or she's fighting with her. It's stupid. The side chick did not stand on altar with you and swore to be with you one
I just saw Biggie
the person
and
that
big
did it.
breasts.
Excel. So now that you're done dribbling, back to my
I'm not
question.
dribbling.
Do you feel bad? Do you get worried?
Why?
Yes or
Why?
no?
You are helping the relationship.
Why? Why am
Do
I
you know
getting
why?
worried?
Do you know worried that someone can do that to your own girl?
If it happens to me, right? You take it and you move on.
Good.
It's
I like
life.
that.
Because there are people that don't cheat and still get else all the fucking time. All the
True.
relationships they've been cheated on and they never cheated. Life is
And
crazy.
those people end up traumatized.
Yes.
A lot of times,
Trust
yeah.
issues.
Trust issues and stuff like that.
Let me tell you something, Melody.
Relationship trauma is very underrated in terms of we not seeing how
It
it
plays out.
impacts people.
Yes.
Like some people actually change, like their personalities change.
Are you
Let
joking?
me, let me tell you,
Everything
let me tell you
changes.
let me tell you something that happened.
Your brain, everything.
Let me tell you
way you
something that
process
happened in
things,
terms
yeah.
of relationship trauma, because that thing you said is very, very true.
Yep.
So after I got out of a relationship last year, right,
Yeah.
I had like 2 episodes where it was like rebounds. I thought I caught feelings in those 2 situations. But earlier this year, I was talking to somebody and the person was like, "Are you sure you were not rebounding with them?"
So at the time, you didn't know you were rebounding.
No. I thought I was their rebound because they also just got out of a relationship,
Okay.
both of them, like back to back. I thought I was their rebound. And the person was like, "You were rebounding with them."
2. So it was both of you.
But I didn't know. Now, what I realized was the need for warmth, catching feelings quicker than previously, or wanting to be touched like you were in your relationship because you had comfort. The needs that I had at the time were because I just got out of a relationship, not because I like those people. But I didn't realize. Do you get? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So adding to your point, just buttressing it in terms of like a relationship, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fact though, totally understand what I'm
But that's
saying.
a crazy. Sorry, but back to this story. That's a crazy way to find out your girlfriend is not your girlfriend.
Cool.
The radio,
radio.
thing now. That's such a fucking crazy.
The guy even sent a message. The
What
guy
did he
sent
say?
a message. He was like, "Thank you for doing this. At least now I know my place and
My
stuff."
brother.
The guy, if you don't buy cake, go shop him.
Why not go buy? I don't.
So I
You go put the cake for
I
hand.
stand with that
No,
brother.
you can still send her the
I
cake.
stand with that brother.
On what?
Hello. I stand with that brother against the very, very wicked gender that did him dirty. I'm sorry, bro.
You two, you're
The
sad
women
for
of
the world.
nowadays, you need
Bro,
to be like the
I'm-
Queen Eliza.
Look,
Lilibet. Lizzie baby.
Guys,
look,
did you
look.
see that news of that they said that the African leaders are in the bus?
I saw it. Joe Biden and his convoy were allowed to drive into.
Why the
Buckingham
other
Palace.
other
world
president
leaders, mostly African, were put into a bus.
boss?
if you like, no film.
If you like no pillar,
You want security, but you don't want. Do you want to be
do you want to see
bulletproof?
the
I mean, you
queen
don't
or
want to be
not?
bulletproof.
Do you want to see the queen or not?
Nobody forced you to come queen.
brother.
Burial.
But this fanfare for this burial is actually too much.
It's not
But
too
that's
much.
how
A
it-
queen
it's
died.
because you are
monarch
alive now.
died.
Count yourself lucky to be alive to witness this.
A monarch
Why?
died.
A monarch died in your time.
I don't
monarch
understand.
died.
I beg you.
A proper monarch.
biggest monarch
the
in the
biggest
world.
monarch in the world died.
May
It's not
peace,
beans.
peace be unto you.
Do you know who you are talking
beans.
about?
I beg.
Talk about Alabi made.
What's the word I will say?
I think she made a song or something.
He's hot in us. Go to our Instagram now. Your Instagram reel.
Who Alabi made a song for Queen Elizabeth?
You know what the answer
You
someone gave
gotta
me?
give her that visa, bro.
Do you know the answer that someone gave me?
What's that?
That I didn't see. The person said she has a lot of fans in the UK.
That makes
didn't think about
sense. Even me, I did not think about that at all.
I didn't think about it. She has a lot of fans in the
Honestly.
UK.
Honestly,
Shout out to her thinking.
Bro,
Thinking.
strategy.
strategy. That's fair. That's
Bro.
fair.
The only queen and more.
A queen and more.
The only
Queen
one.
Elizabeth, the only
The only
queen and
one.
more. See her burial now. It's
Bro,
not.
that's fair.
You will say,
Her burial now the real and more. Since
Like-
morning they day on them. They never
Brother.
finish.
I'm watching television and that's all they're
They
showing.
never
BBC.
finish, brother.
I'm just like, guys.
And more. All the people who don't take pictures with her, all the people who don't interview her. Like I saw CNN. They brought that one
Old video.
where she came to CNN studios and Richard Quest was taking her around. I'm like, damn.
I think I saw Meghan Markle crying.
Oh, you did?
I think I saw her. Or maybe she had like a very gloomy face. I'm like, really?
didn't see that. Though.
Really?
I see that. Did you guys, the last? Wait, when did the Queen die again? Remind me.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, we spoke about it now.
We spoke about it last week.
Yeah.
Did you guys speak about the babe that that viral tweet?
Of course, we did now. Uju.
Yeah. I see she's been going on a press run.
Yeah.
Talking about the Biafra and the Igbos and the killing.
But a lot of Igbo people have been saluting her on social media for speaking about their pain and for representing them with their story. So, yeah.
Shout out to her. She's smart.
Bro, they're going to
sorry,
your way.
I have a
She
problem
even
with
dragged
that
Piers
shit.
Morgan. Did you see she and Piers Morgan going at each other?
Yeah.
Piers Morgan would obviously not like her because she's annoying.
He dragged her.
Piers Morgan is
I mean,
a loyalist. He's a loyalist
Yeah,
to
to the
monarchy.
crown.
Yes, of course.
Strong loyalist.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't have a problem with some of the things that she's fighting for,
Yeah.
but I feel like the concept of blaming foreign powers
Hate it.
for a civil war, for taking sides in a civil war, is the biggest sense of irresponsibility. Is one of the reasons why Nigeria has never moved forward.
Tolani, please don't forget to add 60-something years after
Bro,
colonialism.
You know that one of the most
I've been independent,
one of the
I've
most
been what?
conflicting
Yeah.
things about Queen Elizabeth's reign is that she was the monarch that they lost a lot of territories from
Yeah,
the most
because she freed them.
because she
She allowed them
She-
to become
she
like sovereign
walked it.
states. Like a lot of people, I don't like the fact that I don't think a lot of people understand. Obviously, I've never been a president before, a world leader, but I'm going to be at some point. The point is,
easy.
So like, Excel, I was just going to ask, like, I didn't hear you say that. You have to be that do easy.
the point is, these guys don't understand what it means to be a leader. I'm sorry, but first things first, the concept of blaming. I didn't get to say the slavery part on the last episode. I said
We
I was
did
going to
now.
say.
We spoke about
No, like the complex dynamic of slavery. Do you understand?
We did.
Did we? I can't
Yeah.
remember. If you were a rich person in 1700s in part of the world,
It was a mark.
it was a sign. It was
We
a symbol of
mentioned it when we
oh,
even
yeah,
spoke
did.
about how people
Even
in
Chike
Nigeria
wedding on it.
that were even saying that in
Chike wedding on
2022
it.
people still have slaves in their houses.
Chike waiting
I
on
mean,
it.
yeah, and the slavery started here.
Yeah.
We were
Thank
doing
you.
slaveries before
these guys came.
Africans were enslaving each other before. They would go and fight this tribe, win the tribe, carry them from their village as slaves.
Guys, even aside from that, so are we still saying that 60-something years after, there's still the reason why we
are not, bro?
I beg.
So since that time till now, nobody's saying they didn't play a role, but are we going to keep crying that?
But
Melody.
what
Cry.
me I like,
In
and
any
what me I
war, in
respect.
any war, I don't understand the part. Sorry, Excel.
No
I don't
problem.
understand the power of saying they pick the side. Of course, they pick the side. What the fuck do you mean?
Bro, what me I respect from this Ujaya babe is the hustle. She can write a book.
Oh yeah. No, that's what she knows now.
She's
This
the
is a cloud-
She's a PhD.
it's-
She's a PhD.
She's
a
on a
lecturer.
cloud. She's on a cloud mission now.
Bro, I love
She's-
it. Listen,
Bro, she's buying clouds
you gotta
now.
respect the hustle, bro.
No, it's fine. But I just see my problem with this shit is you are holding a lot of people captive now. A lot of people are slaves to your righteous nonsense that you're pitching.
How?
Like a lot of people are going to believe that the authenticity of what she's saying. If, to be honest, she's actually chasing cloud.
No, but she's chasing cloud, but she's not lying.
bro.
Two
I
things,
mean-
two things can be true.
Bro, did you
She
see
experienced
did you see
it.
Irish Twitter? Irish Twitter went off.
They went awful.
On
They
case,
went
yeah,
off.
because you know the story,
Yeah,
Abi?
they went off. They had a ball.
Yeah, they should.
had a
They
ball.
had a ball.
Like they said, Nigerians and the Irish were the one. Nigerians, Americans, and the Irish we are the ones that went hard,
They didn't give a fuck.
bro. But to be honest, why I don't know why the Irish part is actually kind of crazy. Like the IRA, you know the story of the IRA, and how they try to, bro. It's actually kind of wild. But the truth is, I think if I'm not wrong, it's predated her reign as queen. Like the history of the royal family and the entire the concept of the territories that they own is way too complex. And that war itself, I don't know how to make people that I can break it down without people making it seem like I'm belittling the people that lost their lives as members of the IRA. So I don't think I want to, because that one is a little more complex than slavery and taking sides in the Nigerian civil war. You get, it's a little more complex than that.
She's definitely more complex.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah, I'm definitely pro, people sharing their story and talking about how things
and I don't understand why people keep blaming.
The story of her family members getting killed and losing her family members to
war, man.
war.
It's a war,
So
bro.
it happened to her, the trauma.
There?
She said it was her family members that she
Was
lost.
she there?
If it's her family member, was she not there, bro?
Was she-
Did she hear it
How
over
old
the
is
news?
Ojwanga?
I think that's 15.
I don't know, but she's not a young person, so I'm sure she.
No, I don't think she was born at the time. Not sure.
Zanzan.
Well, maybe she was told the story.
I don't understand. My family, my G, it was a war. A war that was started because one of your kinsmen started the war. Kinsman started the war. What are you saying? Why are you not blaming your kinsman that started the war? Do you understand my problem
I
here?
ran away after the.
My
ran
guy.
away. I think that's one of the craziest thing about the whole thing is how
Bro.
Jackpot.
Like, we need to. The problem here in Nigeria, one of the reasons why Nigeria is never going to grow is this wanting lack of responsibility from all tribes.
You see, I see
From all the tribes.
It's not even about a war thing. In every ramification, we're never ready to take accountability for anything. We're always the victim.
They want to talk about but these people attacked Dore. Is anybody talking about that?
I beg. Everything.
Do you understand some parts of this?
It's you that did.
It's
you.
you.
Did something
It's
to
you.
me. Always pointing fingers. It's even the dominant thing amongst tribes
they
here.
took-
You did this to me. You did that to me. Everybody's always complaining.
They took the greatest losses. Like Igbo people took the greatest
Of course they
losses,
did.
right? But come on, you can't then.
I think the only argument I would have is it was an unfair war,
Okay.
which is even a tricky thing to say.
Yeah.
The phrase unfair war is sounds
Even
like
the
an
right
ironic
word.
statement.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to vanquish your enemy. But an unfair one in the sense that like how like they were cut from food supplies, they were cut from Red Cross, stuff like that. You know,
I mean, but that's war.
you know.
Look at how people
Wars
are
are
doing.
dirty, man.
Look at what people are doing to Russia, cutting off their internet,
Yeah.
cutting off money to their economy,
Yeah.
banish,
The ruble
destroy
is-
their
the ruble is-
billionaires.
The ruble is shit.
Bro, it's a war.
What's
Don't
the
don't
current
start
state of that
war.
war, by the way? What's
Eh?
the current state
Exactly. I
of
was
that
going to
war?
ask that.
But the world has left them. That's the point.
Because it's not trending anymore.
Do you? That's the
It was
point.
trending at some point.
No,
It was trending at
that's
some
crazy,
point.
man.
That's the point.
What's next on the agenda, please?
There's nothing on the agenda. Please, are you guys watching BBNaija?
No.
No, we're not. We're not.
That's weird. So what do you guys do for fun aside from sleepy people's girlfriends?
We're not.
I mean, that's enough fun.
That's enough
I'm
fun.
playing.
What's
with-
happening on BBNaija? Talk
Different
to me.
things are happening. So
I see tweets about. Sometimes when I just scroll through Twitter, I see
Mhm.
tweets about
Which one do you see the most on your timeline?
Sheikh Zambella.
Okay, so last week something ridiculous happened, right? Document Women wrote an article detailing and talking about emotional abuse
Okay.
on screen and off screen, and how. Kalani, can you just stop your nonsense? Excel, are you listening to me?
I am.
You're texting your hoes.
I am.
Anyway, so
Two things. You can multitask.
no, he can't on the podcast. Shut up. So you're talking about
Excel, you
how
can text your hosts.
emotional abuse, emotional abuse happens on and off screen and stuff.
Yeah.
And BBNaija fans went hard. They got the editors. I think the editor's picture.
What?
Yes, editor's picture. They posted her picture, her phone number, and started asking people. They were bombing her with text messages, threatening her life.
So she was doxxed.
Yes, she was.
She was
Threatening her
doxxed,
life.
and hold on, if I'm getting this correct.
Yeah.
The editor or producer, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, executive. Okay. Information leaked online, and she was getting threats
Yes.
about
Mm-hmm.
Shegs, that they should take Shegs off. or what
No,
kind of threats?
she was getting threats for writing the article. Why?
Oh, the person that wrote the article was not getting threatened.
Yes.
Unzanza,
I see one of the messages. She got a lot on her WhatsApp. What you are doing to Shegs will bounce back to your children in 100 folds. You are very stupid. I wish you and your generation sadness. Your image is on Twitter. You will reap the fruit of your wickedness. God
That's
punish
some
you and
stag
your
shit.
generation.
Well, doxing always happens because someone close to you.
You're a very
gave out
unfortunate
the
bastard.
information.
And I pray God punish you.
Yeah?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it is a lot.
So now, where I'm even going is, first of all, let's start from the beginning. The article,
Mhm.
right? Basically, the article is trying to say Big Brother Naija is enabling an abuser or enabling an abusive relationship.
Yes. So not necessarily
That's a very
enabling.
interesting
It's
conversation.
document women that are dissecting emotional abuse,
Okay.
and they used a couple in Big Brother Naija as a case study. They're dissecting emotional abuse, and they use their relationship as a case study. It's not like they're saying.
Was there any conversation? Was there any point in the article where they mentioned
checks to be a
where I'm even going is on multi-choice or DSTV's part. Did they mention them saying they are supporting, or they should have platforming, stuff like that?
Yeah, so they put out put tweets where people said that. Somebody said, why are the organizers allowing him to continuously control and manipulate her? It is horrifying. So they put tweets that alluded to that.
Oh, they put in the article.
Yes, they did.
I'm sorry.
What do you think about that?
It's a very interesting conversation.
Sorry, this instance is not the first time reality TV has raised concerns over depicting and enabling psychological abuse, which women regularly made to feel inadequate or uncomfortable with a man's action during an on-screen relationship. Yes, they mentioned it.
So
the problem here.
Here's an interesting thing, right? I can't even believe I'm saying this, but they may have a point.
Who is they?
The writer of this, Document Women. Okay. The point being that specific characters are chosen to be in the Big Brother Naija house. Characters that the producers know will cause chaos, will act in a certain type of way, a type of way that they know the viewers want to see, or want to see, don't want to see, but they will talk about a lot. So the people who pick the candidates, they go for a specific type of people.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am. They go for a specific type of people. So they could have looked at, they didn't arrange the relationship, obviously. That happened organically. But they could have just seen personality types, fine girl, not so confident in herself.
How can they tell?
You can now. There's psychologists they use. So I'm not joking. They work with psychologists.
You can't say a woman that's not confident. Even if she looks confident, you don't know.
Like he just said, oh, fine girl does not have confidence.
Yes, now they talk, they interview. You know that what they do is they will select like 100 people and they interview and they cut down. Then I think the final list is 30. Then they cut from there.
So here's the thing. It's a conversation with different moving parts. It's not exactly wrong, to be honest. It's not exactly the things that they pointed out.
Okay.
That's the article. Yeah. It's actually a very sensitive part that the organizers might need to watch.
Yeah.
Because
one day it can escalate on TV.
It's definitely it's definitely an interesting conversation. But the truth is they have taken action in the past.
They're taking what?
Action, like there are certain levels you get to.
And they reprimand the person.
And they reprimand you or they disqualify you.
Oh, like this one, Ibuka had a conversation with the guy.
Yeah.
But on screen. In here's another thing that people need to see, like Big Brother is, you can't edit it. That's real life. And that's what happens in real life.
I'm going there.
You want to edit it. But you can't edit it. You know bare niggas that are in abusive relationships that you have not been able to go and drag them out of because they chose to stay there.
Are you silly?
You are the woman here.
Face your
point, you know, in prayers in church, pastor will say point of contact.
Why are you saying you know people who are in abusive relationships?
I mean,
but you know when people say that, I chuckle because I don't know how it works for other people. But if I know for a fact that my friend is in an abusive relationship,
you're gonna speak to them.
Yes.
What if they decide not to leave? Bam.
And Stockholm syndrome, 9 short pass.
Bam. That's it.
So here's the thing. My own problem is just about, like, you know, these days the difference between authenticity of an opinion and performative opinions is getting blurred and blurred, right? Because of the tendency for us to create things that can get reactions. As much as this opinion is valid, I also feel like there's a part of it that was created to get this kind of response. Maybe not to the extent that they anticipated. Do you understand?
What kind of response now?
To get attention. And these days, I feel like, especially if you're a not-for-profit organization that prides itself on freeing people or enabling people or oppressed people, I'm not sure clout is the best way to go. I'm not sure why that's a currency or why that should be a target.
Yeah.
In this particular situation. I get the importance because you have to get your name out there to get some KPIs, to get funding, create conversation around yourself. I get it. But the problem is it takes away from the conversation because in a way, this is a very borderline conversation. Yeah. There's a point, but it's borderline. There are situations that are more on both sides of the line. You understand? That deserve far more attention. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how you want to look at it, you are saying the organizers are enabling. Are they really enabling? Does the babe not know? Do you get?
The babe?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Sometimes these things happen and we can't say does the babe not know. A lot of times when people are in abusive situations, they're not aware.
Okay. But people in the house, I heard people in the house have been pointing it out.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
They've been mocking her.
Okay.
Making
boy
jokes.
Ebuka more or less pointed it out.
Ebuka asked her a direct question.
And so another thing about life is also this. The entire concept of what is pain or what is inappropriate can sometimes be subject to what you know things to be. Like, do you understand?
Yes.
If you don't understand the concept of pain, you can't feel pain. You understand?
So more or less conditioning.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were not raised on certain things, you might not understand.
Do you understand what I mean? So if you are someone that's maybe imagine you were not trained on the concept of food, you will not get hungry.
How not?
Look at it this way. A lot of women didn't know that they were raped in years gone by, but they were raped.
Yes, they didn't
You
know
get what I
relationships were.
So in this particular situation with this babe, it's just a regular relationship.
A lack of, when you have a lack of self-worth.
Yeah. And you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh. And even sometimes she might even have self-worth. She might even have self-worth. But what she's going to caution the boy over might be something different other than this. She might even have self-worth. But what she's going to caution the boy over might be something different other than this.
When Ebuka had the conversation with her and stuff, and she was like, oh, so she just responded saying that he's working on it.
So she knew it was bad.
So because he was asking her, do you you're getting cursed and your names are your name calling and everything, are you okay with that?
Imagine what would happen when the cameras are not there.
Then she said, oh, we're working on it.
When there are no other people there, when it's just two of them in a house, just two people in the house.
I feel, regardless of how we also want to look at it, to be honest, I feel like people know what is bad when they see it. They just choose to remain there.
Not necessarily.
Because they have faith. Melody, that's the truth.
Sometimes people don't even know. It's like, do you know that there are certain people that don't even know that? You're contradicting yourself. No. Because there are certain people that don't even know that what they're going through is wrong. Because because they're not aware that it is wrong. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, as much as that exists, when something is bad, not something that is borderline, it is bad. You are going to know.
She knows it's bad.
She knows.
I don't think so.
You just said that she said he was working on it.
Yeah, she said he's working on it.
Exactly. That means she knows.
She knows it's something you should work on.
I've told you before.
I told you to stop talking.
She knows it's bad. She just
chose to live with it.
Don't save her. She don't
want
to be
why
saved. Don't save her.
Yeah, an idiot.
I'm not sure the people.
Shout out to J. Cole.
If I was going to write an article, if someone on my team was going to write an article like this, it won't go out because we are going to talk about it and say, "Oh, she knew about it." Exactly.
To need more.
Do you understand? I feel like they needed something that could get reaction. That's my opinion.
It's very hard these days now because of how a lot of platforms and organizations have their agendas clearly cut.
Yeah.
Right? It's very hard for them to have nuanced conversations.
Yeah. Because
at least public.
Yeah.
Because what?
Because they might not get attention. And they need attention.
Because of the agendas.
I think that's the only problem that I have with social media and people criticizing social media, by the way. The way it's conditioned people. It's like the one that I would never understand is the fact that people can enjoy now without showing it to the world. It's not become a core part of getting reaction to something is part of the enjoyment. Do you understand? You can't enjoy food. You are hungry. You can't enjoy food.
It's a validation thing.
Thank you. You have to take a picture of the food and show people. So people can say, "Oh, you are eating good." Now it's not part of the enjoyment, the satisfaction.
But she can be a
part
content
of
creator.
You understand?
That's another name for unemployed women, but we go.
I said
I'm joking, a joke.
That's a stupid joke to make about someone's livelihood, please.
A joke.
But you want to make a joke about...
I know a lot of content creators that don't have a job. They actually do not have jobs. They have nothing they do, but there's content creator on their bios.
Yes, and that's fine. That's a valid job.
Shebi, you are free to identify us.
So what to identify? Moving on from that, please. What do you guys think about the changes happening in the gospel space with their laws and in the religious space.
Or what?
Kumuyi.
Talking
Please
about
read that.
berating.
That was
Kumuyi got woke. Got woke.
So he was berating ushers who insist ladies must cover their heads before entering the church.
He got woke. He in one whole speech or sentence, he was woke and unwoke. He talked about removing the whatever and they should not be raped women, and now went straight to husband.
He said there are some wives who dress shabbily and are no longer attracted to the man. There are some single sisters that are not presentable. Anybody who's looking for the will of God may not be attracted to them.
Baba go live in babe for deeper life. Follow Christ Embassy, babe.
Or House on the Rock.
He can't dull it. He can't dull
This guy.
He can't dull it. Turn up.
He said Unzaza.
He can't dull it. He can't dull it.
But people are talking about how for the longest, with a lot of women that attend those
Deeper
churches,
life,
they've been indoctrinated to think that there's something wrong with them.
But that's fine because churches can change.
The
That's a
man
good
is
thing.
now. So now the problem. The man
Yes.
is now. The man
Melody.
is.
churches can change.
That's
The word
one
of
thing
God
that
is
you're
not meant
seeing
to
there.
change.
But
Melody.
here's the problem.
See, there's a passage in
Heaven
the
and
Bible.
earth can pass away.
Melody, you can't
but
sing.
my
Stop
word
singing.
must remain.
Stop singing. Stop singing.
Eternal life.
Melody, stop singing. Stop singing.
I will never go. Go around. Tell the children of the heaven and earth might pass away, but my word must remain.
Thank you, God.
I'm glad you already have a boyfriend. If not,
Except don't you ever do that?
I'm glad you already.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I was embarrassing, bro.
I don't understand.
Kids, don't try this at home.
Even though our producer is shaking head, I don't understand. That is a no, Melody. Why?
Melody Colette.
So, the word of God does not change.
Doctrines and dogmas change. It happens all the time. Before, you couldn't do your confessional without the priest, or you couldn't do your, what they call it, communion, whatever. Lockdown happened. Catholic Church told people to start doing communion at home.
Yeah.
That situation.
So a lot of the things that you think are like
actually spiritual or not, they're just
they're
man-made
just dogmas.
doctrines and dogmas.
That's it. I agree with you 100. That's why. That's what people are saying.
I was about to quote the Bible. I don't know the Bible very much, but I know a part of the Bible that says like the fact that a woman has hair is enough for her or something. I think a pastor. I was in the service at some like a year ago, 2 years ago.
What's that?
Where a pastor? No, when I don't know. I was shot somewhere, where I think they said some women were coming to Moses or something like that. That the person then said is fine because they have hair on their heads or something.
No, but the
that's
word of God
enough.
is different. There are doctrines and there are dogmas, right? Let's not forget that a lot of women were punished back in the day.
Yeah.
A lot of women were treated terribly back in the day because of refusal to agree to these dogmas and
Melody,
doctrines.
what do we want?
Do you understand? So what we're saying now is that you cannot just come out tomorrow and change these
You
things.
can.
But you can't, and that's progress.
And that's progress.
We
What do
should
you
be happy-
want?
We should be happy that it's changing. Is it fucked up that a lot of women suffered? Yes, now. But do we want the women to keep suffering?
Exactly.
No.
Or, okay, you want us to punish him. That's what we are saying.
So why don't you just come out and say I was wrong? Holy Spirit never told me that.
That's what he said.
He didn't
He
say I
didn't
was
say it
wrong.
in those words, but
He
that's
didn't say I
what
was
you want
wrong.
to hear. That's what you
Because you want to have the power, the satisfaction.
No, not that. So that the women who died, or maybe not died, died an extreme word. The
This
women
should
who
make
had
them
to-
happy.
Who has to deal with all that subjugation
Melody.
should know that. Okay, you know
So
what?
The problem with people and religion is certain things. One of those things is people do not know. Or for example, Christians. Let me speak on Christianity because I'm a Christian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Christians, a lot of them do not bother to actually read the Bible.
Yeah.
If you read the Bible, there are certain things your pastor will tell you not to
That
do.
you know that
This one,
This
no
one,
dey
no,
Bible,
you no follow.
right? For example, alcohol. The Bible warns against drunkenness.
Drunkenness, yes.
not against drinking.
The Bible warns that
Like,
if you have
yes,
a habit of drinking,
drinking,
this
yes.
is the way. Like Proverbs has a bunch of scriptures on how drunkards are basically useless, right? Jesus turned water to wine, and the MC, the hype man, was like
He go shayo.
the hype man told
Which
the,
hype man? There was no hype
the
man.
hype man
So
told
you
the
just
groom.
stop changing Bible
The
scriptures
hype
to
man-
fit your agenda.
the hype man
There
told
was
the
no hype
groom.
man, I beg.
The
Hype man in which
the hype man
Bible?
told the groom,
Which
he's
hype
going, he's going.
Which hype man? Nonsense.
But basically, so that's generally the problem. And when people don't,
Oh my God.
when people don't now study or know these things, pastors can take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember because I watched
Because the Bible is open interpretation sometimes.
when
and different people wrote it from their different
when I'm at
perspectives.
home, and there's also the problem of the translation of
the Bible.
Yes.
The Bible was translated from different
languages. And it's not even the complete books.
It's not complete. So even the way the phrases, the sentences, the context can be lost in translations sometimes.
And minus that, another thing about the Bible is the Bible was written in a different time. So the culture of that time reflected in the Bible.
I literally saw a story where a girl was the story that was trending on social
If
media.
the Bible was written now, it would be very different.
I think some girl that did not wear a hijab well that was killed.
That 22-year-old Indian
These
chick.
things are not
bro,
random.
Iranian.
We can look at these things are
Meanwhile,
random.
Iranian women are protesting. Did you see the videos?
Yeah, I saw it.
They had a protest where they removed their
These
hijab.
things actually affect people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's not like someone can just come tomorrow and say, okay, you've been
No,
ruling your life for doing that.
But so Melody, the problem, like
religion
I
is a
said,
problem to women for the longest.
But you have to understand Melody.
because it's men that have been at the front.
Yeah.
And religion is also a tool of power.
So that's
And a lot of the things that we also know, they are not exactly inspired by God. The point you're making.
Yes.
They're inspired by the men. Sentiments of men.
The men, yes.
For example, what I heard about people covering their heads was because they said there used to be a lot of storms, sandstorms in the desert.
Oh, okay.
And people had to cover their faces and their heads.
And
then they turned it to a thing. Do you understand? I don't know what I'm sorry, but it's Islam. I have a lot of Muslim friends. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, it doesn't mean I think Christianity is perfect. No, it's not. But I think Islam is a wild religion. I'm sorry. I really think
in
so.
In terms of some of their doctrines.
It's
and
very extreme, man.
So
in Yoruba, do you know what they call them? Imoli. Like,
what's Imoli?
Inkotoli. Very hard, tough.
Strict.
Do you understand? Imoli.
I mean, so the problem with religion is also human beings being who they are, selfish and whatnot by nature.
Yeah.
Men have always exploited it for their own personal gain.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if you can control people to say, hear me well, if you can control people to say, do not buy TVs.
Yeah.
Bro.
If you can control people to buy.
It's not the same church.
Because one thing with power is you keep testing your power.
Yeah.
So if you can control people to say, everybody contribute 10 naira, they contribute. Another day you go.
Not like,
7,000.
Everybody contribute 7.
Yeah.
Don't watch TV, they don't watch cover your. You now start putting your own.
No. Excel, no, that's actually so. You know, it's very possible to think that you're hearing the voice of God. You're not hearing it.
Tolani, do you know that?
There's a certain level of narcissism.
Do you know that?
Where you're going to be hearing your own voice.
Tolani and Excel, please, just to talk about this hearing God thing. Do you know that this thing is so real?
Yeah, it is.
Because you know why? There are lots of times when even you yourself, you say certain prayers. No, guys, no joke. This is a real life thing. Like you say certain prayers and you be like, God, I want to hear from you. Or God, I want you to speak to me, or something. You will not be imagining what the person said. I'm saying is God that spoke to you. So how do you really?
But sometimes it be like that. Inspiration by the Holy Spirit can be like that.
So sometimes it's different. Like sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you can hear what you need to hear from.
And sometimes you can even see. Yeah. Exactly.
Like.
Yes.
So the way that
and you get your rema.
Now here's another thing. That's why it's very important for people to develop personal relationships
with God. That's how I say it.
God is non-linear. Yeah. It's man that has now put structure around God. Yeah. That shall do like this, do like this, do like this.
I actually don't think a lot of the things in the Bible are. Some of them might not exactly. I think. See, here's what
the same Bible that told the Israelites not to eat pig and other whatever because it was unclean. When Peter, if I remember correctly, in the New Testament, when he was invited. He said he doesn't want to eat unclean stuff. He didn't want to go, and he had a dream where they served him pigs and whatnot, and he was like, "I can't eat this." And in the dream, God was telling him,
"Why are you something I make?"
Unclean. God now telling him, "How can you call something I made unclean?"
But today people don't still eat pigs because they say pigs.
Melody, that's the practice. So again,
even with circumcision, because Peter used to tell some of the Romans that they cannot really be born again unless they're circumcised, and Paul had to correct him that, bro, what are you saying? Like, where did Jesus tell you this one?
Yeah.
Jesus follow you talk.
That's your practice. That's the culture of the people.
Tradition, your culture into, and that one is even the most dangerous.
That's what's happening.
When religion takes the place of tradition.
I think that's what happens in
the North. That's what happened in the North.
Exactly.
When religion takes the place of culture or tradition. That's what has happened.
But Excel, actually don't.
Because Northern Nigeria are largely idol worshippers.
No.
Before
actually think that there's an agreement between like the culture in the North and the culture of Islam.
So that's the best way to run it, right? The culture, once you have the cultural leaders, and besides the cultural leaders or politicians, kings, whatever, religion is always a great tool of
Yeah.
control for them.
Yeah.
They will always hold it.
Yeah.
They will always hold it.
See, it's a
conflicting one. It's just
personal relation. I actually don't think the question I was going to ask is, it means everything has been planned.
What do you
In
mean?
the sense that if a movie has been created, a long time ago, and maybe you have already started the movie, but you are praying in the middle of the movie, maybe in your mind,
and then you watch it and
And
you
then
hear
you
something
hear
that
something.
answers.
that means that shit has been predetermined.
That see, bro, that's why.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't catch it.
You are watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is watching the same thing in the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
You sit down
Mm-hmm.
and you pray, but the answer to something that you prayed for maybe
It's in the movie.
Yeah.
But you
Right.
catch a different remark from maybe that person.
No.
No,
you
so you now go
see
back
the
to
same
watch
thing.
it and you get your answer.
You
like,
get your answer.
the direction.
What
you
I'm
go,
saying is,
whatever.
everything is predetermined.
Literally, that's what the Bible tells you.
Yeah.
Like the Bible tells you that if you're a Christian, once again, if you're a Christian, the Bible tells you that He knows the end
Yeah,
from the beginning,
bro.
Yeah.
because He has ordained it. The real problem is just that people don't have a personal relationship. See, this personal relationship thing will fix a lot
what
of
I go.
problems.
Is what I go.
Because a lot of pastors are preaching rubbish,
What I go back.
and I'm not even
And
exactly.
they're also preaching from their own
Benny
place
Hinn,
of king.
right? Benny Hinn, one of the biggest
Gospel
prosperity
artists.
pastors before. He's no longer a prosperity pastor. Biggest. He was on TBN one time and he was talking, and he was like, normally on TBN, what they normally do, pastors will preach. Then it will get to a certain point where the pastors will not be like, all right, you know, the Lord, if you're expecting a miracle, I want you to stretch your hands out and begin to pray. Then they'll pray, right? Then 5 minutes, 10 minutes into prayer, you gotta sow a seed. I don't know if it's $10, if it's $5. Sow a seed. Call the number. They'll put hotlines. Call the number. I've watched TB and died. The fact that I know this. Call the number and you go do. So he said one day he finished.
Who said it's Benny?
Benny Hinn. He
Okay.
finished a normal session like that on his way home. That the Holy Spirit asked him, "How much did I charge you to give you anointing?" I said he couldn't answer. I was like, the anointing, the gift of God is not for sale. What is all this $10, $5 people are doing? I never sent you to do that. And when he came back and said this, he said it on TBN. TBN never brought him back again. He has not gone back there.
But he
Because
said
they have
he's
to collect
true.
But he said it. So the same way to Creflo Dollar recently spoke about tithing, right? That he used to teach people that if you do not tithe,
I saw that.
you will not be blessed.
Yes.
And he said the Holy Spirit told him, that's not true. Is there tithing? Yes, there is, but there's no way we specifically said,
No, your blessing.
yeah, you're blessed.
And I personally think
you
that's.
will not be blessed. Like you're undermining
I
the
saw
grace
that.
of God.
I
He
saw
came
that.
out and said it.
Yes, recently now. This is a recent one.
All these things, brother, if people read their Bibles, they would see it for themselves.
But here's what I think.
Before you
Yeah,
say
please go.
anything, right? The one of the major problems that I have with religion, let me just use Christianity as an example, because that's what I was raised on, is the mindset of fear that has been
It's a control
punishment.
thing. It's a control thing.
like,
It's a positivist idea.
there's so much fear involved in Christianity. If you don't do this, you'll
In
go to
religion,
hell.
generally.
In religion.
If you don't do this, you'll go to
a
hellfire.
control thing.
If you don't pay your tithe, you'll not
Except
you'll not be
traditional
blessed.
religions, though.
And you know the worst
So
part?
much it feels like so much transaction.
There was a-
So now when people so sometimes when people do things now, you're not too scared to go back to God because you feel he's upset with you.
Yeah.
He's going to punish you. Fear everywhere.
What I've realized is, bro, there's a lot of people should not be alive, despite the fact that if it was about their sin.
Yeah.
No, about their sin.
No, because
Yes.
Here's another thing that religion, Christianity again. Let me hammer on Christianity because it's what I know.
Me too.
Right? The nature of God. If you study the Bible in the Old Testament, God the parallel.
Yeah,
Old Testament,
he did for
God,
everybody.
God.
He did for everybody.
Yeah. People see him. They feel him. They
They
collect.
They collect.
However, from the New Testament, from the period Jesus died,
came,
it
yes,
changed. There was
everything
now the era
changed.
of grace.
Yeah, where he said
mercy.
love is the greatest
The nature
rule.
of God, more or less from the New Testament downwards, is redemptive.
Yeah,
This whole fear message,
Old Testament.
and the fear message was even largely because if you were to analyze it, is because there was sin and there was literally like, no, you have to kill a goat, you have to kill a ram, you have to
There was no
wear
direct.
sackcloth,
There was
you
no
have to-
direct. Maybe no
you
direct
understand?
contact
There was
to
no
God
way
or
to
something. Which
There
God
was
But
no direct
actually-
God
contact.
bless you. Hey guys, as much as we banter and play and talk about a lot of things, we have a very important message.
Yeah.
For us to get the kind of country we want, we have to be intentional about it. So please, if you have registered for getting your PVCs, make sure you make your way to the INEC office you registered or where your PVC is at. Make sure you pick it up. Make sure you actually vote. It's time for us to change things. No matter who you want to vote for, please exercise that right. And if you do so, please take a picture, post it online with the hashtag Vote for Nigeria or I registered. Tag us, tag myself, tag Melody, tag Motolani. We'll see it. Let's keep pushing the culture. We must change this country.
I actually also feel like one of the things about like spirituality and the world is there are some key elements in life. I think God that created this world created it with, if you can unlock certain things.
Principles.
Yeah.
Giving is a principle.
Exactly.
Charity is a principle.
You understand?
No matter what religion you practice, if you are charitable, you will be blessed.
Yeah. For
It's
example, people call you and say, go do X. But as part of it, you have to give to people.
Yeah.
That shit is not jokes.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of like maybe tithing and all of these things, right? It's probably the only reason I can justify it is probably it's premised on the concept of or the theory of giving.
But also,
that's the only way I can.
I also think that I definitely understand the concept of giving, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the way we go about it here in Nigeria can maybe I don't know. I'll use Nigeria because that's my own place of. It's kind of sometimes be problematic.
It's because a lot of these pastors are not eating, bro.
We see people.
No, you're not joking, bro. Poverty, human condition, material condition.
That's the problem.
Material condition.
Pastors don't have jobs.
I know people who say things like, oh, they'll borrow money to go and give, maybe to spend or maybe pay their last 500 naira in hopes that somebody on the miracle side will come and give them a miracle while they have not eaten. I'm like, God is not a wicked God.
And you need to now look at church is also a business. It's not capitalism. Because tell me why one road will have 8 churches. So you are now fighting for the residents of that road. It's no longer about actually effectively spreading the gospel. It's about competition between yourselves, like how you can take each other's members.
And who brings in the most revenue?
Bro, do you know the pressures?
My
father was one of the early pastors in Winners Chapel. If they send you to open a branch, you got show walk-ins. You got to make it happen, bro. You got to make. Do you know the pressure that gives you? You must find members. So if a pastor is on your streets, you go to collect a member, you go to buy them gala. Like I said, whatever it takes, bro. No, I'm not joking, because a lot of times, another thing that churches used to do, I don't know if they still do it now. Your salary is from your offerings you get.
Mm-hmm. They still do it.
I don't know if they still do it.
For the pastors.
Income
that your branch brings is where your salary is coming from.
So if you're not bringing nothing for you.
Oh.
And then some people even have like special offerings for the pastor, like monthly, all that shit.
Anyways, may God help all of us.
So I actually don't think, again, where I'm going to end this.
I understand Kumuyi. Maybe he got woke, maybe he got a vision or whatnot, but it's crazy, but at least they're aligning.
See.
He spoke out against the TV thing too now.
Yes, he did.
Was it this year or last year?
A couple of months ago, where he spoke against it. People like, but people have been doing this thing for years. Do you know how many people were not able to watch TVs in their house because their church said that? I have neighbors who their parents were really rich, but they don't watch television because their pastor said so.
Religious trauma is another thing entirely.
The devil's box. Are you joking? Now come out in 2020.
We should get a pastor. We've been saying it for a while. Religious trauma is another thing entirely.
Everybody's trying to compete because now you'd be like, say, you don't want to lose your woke audience.
I think the reason why a lot of people are so agnostic or they are atheists this is because
the confusion.
Religious cast scarred a lot of them.
Are you joking? Everything is confusing.
Also, like, for example, I was talking with somebody and I was like, bro, you can't tell me. You can't come and speak to me, right? Tell me that the nature of God is love. And in the same breath, tell me God hates LGBTQ people. That is a confliction.
Yeah.
Like, you can't
excel.
And you know that now
what you need to see.
This now made me remember a conversation I had with AQ one time. AQ was telling me that he feels that the Bible represents that time.
That's what I said.
And the Bible we should have now
should represent this time.
Evolve.
That's what I said.
That there are certain things.
Guy,
churches don't know what to do with LGBTQ people.
Culture.
They don't know what to do.
Who's that?
See. No, in terms of that, there are LGBTQ people that believe in God and want to go to church.
Yes.
There are.
Tonani, the part of the Bible, I don't know if I don't want to say.
A lot of the mega churches in LA do though. They've started allowing.
The problem with that is a lot of the things in the Bible were inspired by the times.
Tonally, and
Yeah.
also
The reason why it was you could have two wives in the Old Testament, you can't have it's because times changed. You can't have them in the
but
New
also
Testament.
Christians too are also very, very selective of what should change and what should not change, because that same Bible had a place where they talked about how women should not stand on the altar
Melody,
and preach.
you are-
But now in 2022, women are standing on the altar and preaching everywhere.
You're
So why are they not
getting-
saying that
you're-
one?
You're not getting the perspective of like when we get to the
Still
part
culture.
where we understand, it's culture. man.
That thing is even still culture.
It's culture.
That thing is still
A lot
culture.
of people, women were upset. Like homosexuality is as old as time.
Bro,
Understand? It's as old as time. As long as the world has been here, it's been
I've
here.
seen paintings from years, like
Do you understand?
centuries ago, that had homosexuals.
So all these things that these people are saying is just, that's why again, I once had this conversation with somebody. I was meant to be in a relationship with this person like some years ago, and it was really headed somewhere. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bruh. She was like, do you read the Bible? I'm like, I read the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't generally take everything. Do you
She
know?
got upset.
No, she didn't get upset. We just she knew that we had different.
She wanted to be an active
Yeah.
church boy.
I go to church, bro. I'm a church. I work in my church. What do you mean?
I mean, like, the problem now is even the point where you get to where you don't think. Listen,
You have to be able to form your
there's
opinion.
a reason God gave you brain.
Bro.
There is a reason. It's not for fancy.
A lot of people, you need to be able to discern like the perspective of drinking. Bro, God that created people during puberty with urges that are
Hormones
crazy.
and stuff.
It's unlikely that you're not going to be able to have sex. The only reason why they made it like that was because most people were marrying in their late teens anyway in the old days. So you wouldn't need all this shit. Now niggas are marrying in their 30s, 40s.
Yeah. People were marrying at 16,
Do you
15 back
understand?
then.
People were even already
If you are
betrothed.
bleeding,
Tonally, people were already betrothed that maybe they were giving birth
you
to.
understand?
Maybe they were giving
when
birth
you start
to.
bleeding, they
Yeah,
marry you
woman,
off.
straight.
Your first day of birth, now they already know your husband.
So the reality of that time was way different. Now imagine if niggas were like going to clubs back in the day.
Another thing that people don't know, that people don't pay attention to, is the history of the church. There was a time CNN did a documentary on the Catholic Church.
Yeah, oh no, that was
the
wild.
Pope.
That was wild.
Liam Neeson was the
Bro,
narrator.
that was wild.
He was
That
on
was
Showmax. I don't know
wild.
if he's still on Showmax. I'll
That
check.
was wild.
Listen, that's one of the greatest
That
documentaries
was
I've
wild.
watched in my life.
wild.
The history.
That was wild.
of
There's one particular
Catholic
pope.
Church.
There's one particular pope, right? He came from a rich family, so they use influence, put the boy there. Young boy is like a teenager or whatnot,
They fuck the girl.
18 or whatnot. Now the guy come meet babe inside church, come fall in love, say, this one a pope thing.
Pussy babe.
it's not working. I don't think it's
It's
for
not-
But
me.
you know, in the old days, right? If you were rich, in certain parts of the family,
Yeah.
people want to have children in politics.
Yeah, and in the
want to have
church.
children in
Because the
church.
church was
just
powerful.
for
Exactly.
positioning,
Yeah,
Abi.
the cardinal.
Just
all
like
that.
now, rich people are putting their children lawyers,
Yeah.
government.
Yeah.
exactly.
So now the guy can't step down.
After he passed the
The
game,
guy step down, say, "Oh,
I can't do this.
They're now
Do you know how
appointed.
wild popes were?
They're now appointed like another whatever, and a new pope came. The girl he now stepped down for, now say she no do it again. Go marry another bobo.
Eh?
Now the guy family say, she you see I'm or them here. You see your life.
or they're
Junior,
not like
Junior, what did we tell you? What did we? Now they can't say okay.
Go back.
We are, they can't come back. Say
He has
sorry,
found
thank
Christ.
you for taking our place. However, we are back. The real is back.
City boys back.
Neither one,
Back up.
neither one to no agree. On my turn to war, both the new pope and the
Families.
older pope, they hired mercenaries and were fighting war.
Do you know how wild old?
But
Rome
that
was?
young boy won because his family was very rich and they had
They had
more
more mercenaries.
armies and whatnot.
You know how
Jesus
wild old Rome-
Christ.
like.
Then the
fam, there were
Borgia
popes-
Pope. Have you watched the series Borgia?
no.
You didn't know the story before you watched the
Great story.
series.
Yes, I did.
Oh my god!
Yes, I did.
I
But
did.
that was the Pope also that brought a lot,
A lot of
art
advancements.
Advancements into
That
all those
same boy.
Michelangelo. No.
Partnerships.
The Borgia
It was
Pope
it was a
Oh.
patron.
Guy
It was a patron for
for art. The guy was a bad man. He had children.
4 children.
The children too were wild. As a matter of fact, one of the famous paintings of Jesus is his son. One of the famous pictures of Jesus that we still use today online and
It's his son that drew it.
is
Cesare
his
Borgia.
son. Is his son's
Cesare
picture.
Borgia. Like his son was the general of the papal army.
Wait, you guys. That I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
That Jesus has baby like this.
Yeah.
The
Oyibo.
one that was, I think it was the one that That the son thing. Yeah.
The one with the son.
Was his son?
They drew his son.
Cesare Borgia.
Somebody drew his son, and it became. They sent it out to different branches or different papers.
I'm gonna look that up. And became the official picture for Jesus.
No, the popes were like there's a book that I read once about like all the popes. Like they used to have like
this is the
passages where they used to carry women to go and meet them.
Yo, Melody, yes. Melody, now listen. This is the part of the Catholic Church history that is public. There's a lot of the Catholic Church history.
Not public.
The Catholic Church libraries are not open to the public. Now,
You know, there's a lot of things that you don't know, like maybe Templars, for example, like secret simony.
They have different
usury,
societies. They have secret
society.
societies within the Catholic Church. They have different secret societies.
No God though.
It's a very, very wild
because
No, the Catholic Church is a crazy institution. They are one of the greatest institutions
and then
on earth.
you know when they used to control like countries.
Yes, now.
There was a lot of politics. Cardinals having way too much power. Do you understand?
I don't even
Or is it
think
like so? Should be today we were watching the Pope's burial when someone noticed something and was like, "But they don't do this in Catholic Church."
It's the Presbyterian Church.
Where we had the whole conversation of how the Church of England broke out because
Of
the
pussy.
king wanted to the king because of woman basically. The king at the time, I forgot his name, divorced. Henry VIII. He now wanted to marry he divorced his wife because she could not have a child or something.
No, she could have a son.
A son. I wanted to remarry another. He basically made a church break out and form their own religion.
so that they can
that he
allow
do what he wants to do. Somebody died for that thing. Thomas More, I think.
Guess where God come punish her?
the wife no born boy.
No bomb boy. She ended up getting beheaded.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yes, he was beheading. That guy nine behead pass. He just did.
And na Pope.
No,
it
it was a
it's
king.
Okay.
So yeah.
But that's another history that is very wild. The history of the royalty, the English royal throne. So, there was a time that I was really into it and I was studying era by era, bro. It's beautiful. Those niggas are mad.
Yeah.
Bro, those niggas are mad. I think people should study history more, by the way.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So that you would understand a lot.
And nowhere because a lot of times we're just taking whatever we've been told.
The history of the English, bruh.
I think
to be honest,
so.
I love those niggas because it's almost like when you are born into the English royal family, everybody understands from day one that even though we are brothers, we have different lots. Tomorrow we can face each other in war.
Yeah.
And everybody's dying.
Everybody's
For example,
dying.
for example, like the story that led to Henry VIII becoming king is a wild story because it's the last of the Tudors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is the third to the last of the Tudors. Two
Another
cousins.
series.
Yeah, that's
It
another
was a
series.
Great series.
But the two cousins were warring, like War of Roses. I think you know about War of Roses.
War
Yeah,
of
two
Roses,
cousins, Lancasters and the Yorks, cousins,
Hmm.
fighting for the throne of England, right? And when they finally won, no, they fought for so long that they had to unite the two houses. So Henry VI, I think Henry VI or Henry VII was a Lancaster coin. No, it was a Lancaster. And the York girl that they married was the daughter of King Edward or something. King Edward the 4th or 5th, bro. So they had to marry cousins at the end of the day because it don't do. They have killed each other for like 3 or 4 generations.
Targaryen.
Do you no this one actually? Do you know what? That's another thing. Yeah, by those histories.
It's largely influenced by the UK's history.
Yeah,
I said it before.
but it changed
Like
them,
Game of
give them
Thrones,
white
It's
hair.
largely influenced by the UK's history. The Queen visited them now. She went on set when they were shooting Game
Oh,
of
did she
Thrones.
did?
She did.
Meanwhile, the new Game of Thrones, guys,
House of Dragon.
is boring.
It's not boring.
Is it the new Game of Thrones?
It's
House of-
boring.
it's a
Is it the
prequel.
official?
Yeah,
No,
House
it's
of
a
Dragon.
prequel.
It's a
So my
prequel.
problem with it is,
It's not boring,
if,
no.
have you read the
No,
the
I don't. I'm
manuscript?
not.
Oh, you don't read the
All
books.
you niggas that read books always come to complain about the TV.
No.
That's the thing.
No. I don't particularly appreciate even the manuscript. Like
Okay.
that became, so it was a master's narration. That became, it's not exactly a book, it's a 3-part narration.
Okay.
Like a spin-off
By a
set.
maester.
Yeah, by a maester.
Bro,
that
shout
he
out
wrote.
First of all, shout out to that guy
Bro,
because of that
bro,
perspective.
bro,
The perspective. So it's
bro.
from perspective.
Yeah,
of
of a maester.
God damn.
Do you get? My problem with it is because it's such a small part at a small plot. It's not exactly small, but because it's so small, what's his name? Tolkien's character development in those sets of manuscripts were not as robust as that one. Like the characters were not rich.
As the one in the movie?
Yeah, as A Song of Fire and Ice. Do you get? Like you could see them. And then the problem with the TV show is now they're not rushing it.
They're rushing it 10 years.
Yeah,
years,
they're rushing it. They're rushing it a little too
timelines.
much. Yeah, they're rushing it a
They're
little
rushing
too
the
much. So
timelines.
it's boring.
But you know a lot of times adaptation of books are never the same.
I know, but what I'm saying is the fact that the story itself was already limited. And now
And
you're
now you're
rushing
rushing
it.
it. I
It's
get
now
your
it's
point.
now
Exactly.
I
problematic.
get
So
your
it's
point.
not there are
Detailed.
a lot of plot holes are missing.
Missing.
That's one. Number two, there are no attractive characters. This is episode 3. The only character that people kind of like
It's Damon.
is Damon. Kinda. But by this time in Game of Thrones, you like Sir Eddard.
Like Ned Stark.
You like that one? Was that you said
That's
that?
Eddard,
Ned
yeah.
Stark. You are rooting for Bran already. You like Jon Snow because it's the underdog. You like Arya.
By this time, this guy don't become crippled now, Brian. Abi.
Thank you.
They don't. You see when they knock.
Do you
they come
get?
push
You
am.
can't push
And now
am.
there's the multi-narrative. King's Landing. Essos.
By the way, they are making a Jon Snow series.
Spin-off.
A Jon Snow series of what happens after he left.
Left.
To
I
him.
would love to watch
Yeah,
that.
they are. They've announced.
I would love to watch
They've
that.
announced.
So this
I would love to
this
watch that.
House of Dragons is Jon Snow there.
No,
it's-
it's not.
yes.
It's prequel, like 200 years
Oh,
before.
before. Okay.
How the
And this
Targaryen
time around,
household
dragons
lost
plenty.
their
dragons full ground.
yeah, they
Like,
choke
You know, in
with
Game
egg.
of Thrones, dragons are limited. But this one, dragons.
They choke.
They.
Have you seen that? Have you guys seen that Viola Davis movie? The
Woman King.
The
I
Woman
don't
King?
want to see it.
I saw it over the weekend. You should.
Is it
Tolani.
nice?
It's amazing. It's
It's
really
My
good.
problem, I don't know, man.
It's really good, Tolani. Please, because it's about women now.
No, see, that's the problem I have. Like the way people judge things, I just don't like the fact that things are not organic anymore.
But that thing is a real life
In what
story.
sense?
The
No,
Dahomey, the
wait.
women of Dahomey and
No,
everything.
bruh, you want to tell me about the women of Dahomey?
Okay, good.
Like what I'm saying is, the way they then get marketed,
Mm-hmm.
you are
This
pushing
agenda
it in my. Do you understand? Like I'm put off already because just let me watch the fucking movie.
But
So-
that's marketing now.
But,
Yeah, I know.
but they do that for
Do you
every
understand what I
movie.
mean?
What's the
No.
difference with this one?
The way that society places like feminists, for example,
But
this
it's
Game of
what it
Thrones.
is.
No, this Game of
The
Thrones,
film
for
happens
example.
to come out in an era of feminism. What are they going
This
to
game,
do?
this Excel, that's part of the problem. Like
He thinks it's not organic. He thinks it's being forced.
there's it's the fact that you have to do that. There's a pretentious angle to it. Just let the film be.
Yeah, but that's not how it
But
works.
do you think
no.
they're over marketing it?
The angle, I get what you're saying. No,
The
I
new
get
Game
what
of Thrones,
you're
for example,
Mm-hmm.
the feminist angle, they're just pushing it in our faces.
Oh, this is House of Dragon.
Bruh, the fact that she's a girl, she got
She'll be
bro,
complaining that-
bruh.
So
Ah.
the king named his daughter and then later on he had, because he didn't have a son, and later on he had a son.
Mm-hmm.
And now you
Now
made the
say
girl
the
remain
girl
egg.
they vex because she knows that they'll move the hair whatever to
To the
son.
guy.
And he's like, women don't become king. And they are saying it in the show, like the characters in the background are
he's-
saying it like, if a woman becomes king,
Yeah,
there'll be chaos
yeah,
in the realm.
yeah.
I like how they say in the realm. In the realm, there'll be chaos in the realm. Bitches get out of my realm. I love it. And the girl go to vex. What do you mean? Women. Or sometimes there was a time she was the girl was talking with her aunt. Her aunt.
No, so I
Rhaenyra.
like she was meant to be Rhaenys. She was meant to be the queen.
Yeah.
So it came down to her and Rhaenyra's father.
Yeah.
But they chose
So
chose
she's
her.
talking with her auntie, right?
And that one said-
that one is telling her that men will never
Allow her
accept,
to be
you know,
queen.
Basically, all these.
Oh, that subtle conversation.
Do you know? Just but to be honest though,
in fairness,
what they did to that girl was wild. Have you read the books?
to
Rhaenyra. You know, her father didn't change her mind.
her father, she became queen.
She
ruled.
was meant to become queen. But you know, Reese fans. I thought that guy was a good guy when I started. When
You
I
guys-
thought they were going to make
It's
him
okay,
a good
please.
guy.
Enough of this your House of Dragon conversation. Thank you
Wait,
very
wait.
much.
I thought
But first of all, hold on.
I
If
haven't
you are
seen
High
someone
Tower.
who is familiar with British films, British TV shows, listen, the cast of
Mhm.
this
House of
Dragons.
Dragons. It's good. It's very good.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Actors are brilliant.
that's why I also.
Damon.
That's why I also think.
Matt Smith, I'm waiting me in
It was in The Crown.
It was in The Crown, bro. You know that he played King Charles.
Yeah.
Can you guys discuss this over beer?
Hold on, he played King Charles, and I have never listened to a King Charles speech before. I've never bothered. So the Queen has died now. King Charles gave a speech. I was losing my mind
Because it looks
he
like him, the voice.
He was doing the voice, the mannerisms. I'm like, what?
But the greatest scene in this episode, in this season so far is bro. That's that when I went to kill that king of crabs.
That was a great scene.
All right, thank you guys.
Bruh.
Thank you so much for your House of Dragon catch up. Anyways, the point is you should see what the Woman King is actually.
I
really
will.
nice.
I will
The
go see
casting
some
was
of my plan.
brilliant. John Boyega killed it.
Is
nailed
What do you
it.
guys think
And
about
I'm
the
happy
fact?
for John Boyega.
What do you guys think
because
about the
after
fact that-
what happened? He had one.
A drag
Yeah,
on social
yeah,
media.
Yeah,
They
things
should cancel him or
kind
something.
of but
I
he's
can't
coming back.
remember
He's
what it
coming
was
back.
about.
I
What
love
do you
it.
guys think about the fact that he made American Star in like a movie about Nigerian history?
Was it Nigerian history?
I mean, sorry, about African history.
African history.
An
No,
American Star.
American Stars.
No. They had Nigerians.
Yeah, they did, but
They had
to play the lead roles.
That Viola Davis.
Yeah,
She's African.
she is.
That's all that matters.
But she went out. She went out.
Went out of where?
She went out. Like for example, you know how this baby played Selena,
Which babe?
Jennifer Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
I think Selena was Puerto Rican or is she Mexican?
Yeah.
And she got dragged for it.
And
or
she got
something.
that was 95, and people had problems with it.
Yeah.
I just feel like we've gotten to a place where I don't know. I love Viola Davis, but I'm not exactly comfortable with the idea of that.
No, I think it was a fantastic idea because she's someone that has always been pro-black. She's so black,
my-
black.
Or she
Then
wants to be.
wait, so they also have Nigerian
I know.
stars.
I know.
Wait,
I know,
guys,
I know.
They have John Boyega. There's also another guy that's a Nollywood actor.
I know the guy. I know the guy.
What's
He
his
got
name?
cast.
Yeah.
Odukoya.
He got cast. I saw.
So the movie actually had a good number
I
of.
even said Lupita. Who you going to put? How come Lupita is not in a film like that? That's
Thank
funny.
God she's
though.
not.
Please, I beg.
Lupita is
Viola
not-
Davis works for me. It's fine.
But where I was even going is like, who you want them to propel Tusi or
I mean, that would be nice.
my brother? You just want to see ass, bro.
You
You just want to see ass with sword.
That would be nice.
Please, I beg. There's something I want to read out.
Thick woman with a carry sword.
Guys,
When
wait.
I put
chill.
you to the Badaki, my babe. You know you see the Badaki.
No, I don't.
So
How
wait,
you
so
don't
there's
know
this
something about
article
that
that GQ wrote.
Have you sorry, Melody? Have you seen this guy's biopic of them Yanis?
No.
You should see it. It's on Showmax.
Go ahead. You said there's an article.
Yes, an article by GQ where they spoke about men who are secretly getting leg lengthening surgery during COVID. Now they are re-entering the world 3 to 6 inches taller.
Men are getting surgery to be taller.
Yes, leg lengthening surgery.
That really there's hope for you. Say,
They're paying 6 figures to get taller.
Not too much.
Yeah, but
That's very.
Anyways.
That goes to show you that insecurities are very expensive.
isn't there anything you feel insecure about?
Is there anything? Insecurities are a part of life.
Yeah.
What you do with your insecurities is where
Yeah.
the problem is. Paying money to become taller is crazy.
What would you pay money to become? If you could change anything.
What would I pay money to become?
If you
Hugh
could change-
Hefner,
What's that?
Playboy.
What's this? Like to make your dick longer.
I'm just joking. But what would I pay money to become?
Like, what would you pay money to change?
About my body.
Yeah.
Then it wouldn't be his body though.
Why? You don't believe in body enhancement
No.
surgeries?
I don't have a problem with body enhancements. There are
I mean, for me,
extremes.
I wouldn't do it.
There are extremes to
Yeah.
it. There are extremes, right?
Like if you were sick or something.
No, if you like, people have like lip fillers, so
Yeah.
they are simple. Sometimes it's just really, really extremes. There are some yash that, come on, bro. Come on. The angel will not recognize you on Judgment Day. They'll send you to hell. The fuck is that? When we shipped you out from heaven, you were not like this. What's this? Who did this? Who this?
And you know what God says?
You and the doctor, go in there.
But wait, don't you guys think that? So you mentioning this Yash thing now? Don't you think that there's something called Yash privilege?
Yash privilege. You
Yeah.
think it will work for Angel Gabriel? Where are we going? What is this?
I'm not talking about Angel Gabriel, please.
What's
I'm not saying
going
Yash
on?
will make you enter heaven. Some people are talking about Yash privilege if it exists or not. And as
Like how
men,
it opens doors for you.
yes, and as men, don't you think women Yash privilege? Do you think it
There
works?
is beauty privilege.
No,
in
Yash
general.
privilege
No,
now.
so that's beauty is
Relative. So use beauty Yash.
no. So a woman's body can be beautiful.
Yes, of course.
So yash would be an aspect of it.
Like Tony likes Yash a lot.
No.
However-
that's it. What, you think I'm an ass guy?
No, you're a breast guy.
Melody,
No.
I like
No.
that you brought this up.
What do you think I am?
You're an idiot, but I don't know.
Tolani,
Yeah.
hold on, because we're about to enter somewhere very interesting. This thing that Melody brought up, right? It is true.
That is
There
Yash privilege.
There is yash privilege. However, let us call things what they are.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you do yash,
Mm-hmm.
you do yash,
Mm-hmm.
and you are using it to attract whatever privilege.
No, just to feel better about yourself. Don't necessarily
really,
attract privilege.
really.
I like where this is going.
You just doing it so that you can stand in the mirror and look at it and say yes.
Feel more confident.
Feel more confident.
So your confidence is attached to like how you look.
Tolani, don't make it about me. I've not done yash.
No. I'm like you can feel the same things that some of them are feeling because you're a woman. You know. I can't ask a guy.
Now here's another problem with insecurities in general. The more you feed it, the bigger the hole gets. It's like a dark hole.
It's a gateway drug.
Yeah, you'll keep doing more. So you've done the yash now. Oh, this Bobby,
It's like masturbation.
You keep going because
or sex.
Because here's the problem: insecurities, everybody has them,
Yeah.
but what you should have more is a sense of self-worth over insecurities. If you have more insecurities, if your insecurities are controlling you, are fucked. You'll keep doing surgeries. I used to watch Dr. 9.
I used to watch it. That's so big on it.
People that have done 10 surgeries, 15 surgeries.
And you're like, why do you keep going?
And they keep coming back. And they look worse every time. What the fucking hell?
You see the picture of the girl trying to be like Kim Kardashian. I totally understand what you're saying. And I get what you're saying. I see
there's
the
a
sense
porn
in
star
it.
that did her face and body to be like Kim Kardashian. And her porn name is something Kardashian.
Do you know what body enhancement is? Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's some people do feel insecure. And some people actually need to actually do it. Like, I don't even have a problem with it because at the end of this, your body, your choice. But again, it's also like society is making it cool for people. It's commercialized dysmorphia. That's for the benefit of, yes, that's what it is.
And somebody's getting rich off your insecurity.
Yeah.
But it is easier for you guys to say that because you guys are not under the type of
Do you think
pressure.
we don't?
Wait, now you're not under the type of beauty.
No, I'm bald. What do you mean? Bruh.
And you're short too.
I'm taller than you though.
No, you're not. Tolani.
Okay.
Just stand up.
Let's try it.
Let's try it. Like,
Camera,
don't do
catch
that.
this, please.
Like,
Please.
I'm taller than you, literally. Don't Tolani, wait, take that, take out the show.
I can't believe we're actually doing this.
Just chill. Don't use giddy go. I'm telling Tolani now. How?
Viewers watching at home, tell us in the comment section who is
The
taller.
shoulder is higher.
Because your trunk is long.
My trunk, your trunk could be.
It's short. My legs are longer than yours.
Viewers watching at home, tell us.
My legs stand from here. Your leg is shorter than mine.
Tell us in the comment section who is taller. Oh yeah, go back and sit down,
Right,
please.
whatever.
Go back and sit down.
I'm a short man.
So,
exactly.
No, Melody.
Do you understand now?
Melody,
Exactly.
Melody, once again, you're not wrong. Right?
Give me
And the
that shit.
pressure is on
See,
women more, guys. When it
man,
comes to
just stop
beauty
saying the
standards.
pressure is on women.
Please.
Like, it's just, I hate the fact that everybody keeps blaming
Bro.
society. Man, you're a fucking person. You can make a fucking decision. Stop blaming TV for your problems.
No.
I don't understand. No. I don't give a fuck about what you're trying to say. Bro, you want to blame social media. You blame TV. You blame music. Music is the reason why you're selling drugs. Social media is the reason why you can't concentrate. Bro,
And this is not real.
at some point, have a sense of fucking responsibility.
Wait. For the longest, having women be told how to look.
Man, fuck off with your nonsense.
Wait,
I don't give a fuck about
Melody.
you. I don't understand. Why is, just like you are saying a lot of society has a standard for light-skinned people.
Yes.
That's why a lot of dark-skinned people are succeeding. BBNaija is dark. Choose to see her.
Jemima Sunday. Beauty.
Allstars is not that light-skinned.
But she's not black. She's not
Bro,
black.
Allstars is
She's
chocolate.
brown,
She's
caramel,
brown.
whatever.
She's melanin.
What do you mean?
No, but why are we bringing this to Nigeria? And like, what are we talking
We
about?
have to
bringing
bring
it
it
home
here.
now. We're
Do you
bringing
know-
it home.
Dr. Anu is 18 on the streets of Lagos.
You guys, Tolani, whether or not you want to admit, are we trying to act like there's no pressure on women at all?
Melody.
You're being unfair,
Melody.
please.
Melody.
Sit back down.
You can.
Women are going through
no,
it.
let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is in this life. You can choose to live your life the way you want, or you can choose to be a victim of something. And a lot of times, people choose to be victims. And
It's
guess
a
what?
choice.
And guess what? They now revel in their victimhood.
And you now say it's because of society.
Society
It's
will
because
always put
I don't give a
are you
fuck about
joking?
your society. What are you
Bro,
saying?
Society will always
Why the fuck am I not doing Yahoo?
the highest
No, but that's the truth.
the highest rate of
All
suicide
the
in the
music I've been
world is
listening
men.
to since I was young, I've been listening to rap music. I grew up in the Middle Ages,
Gang
in my
banging.
teenagers. Bro, I've been listening to Yahoo boy music for the past at least 15, 20 years of my life.
Fine, so
Gang
Why the
banging.
fuck am I not doing Yahoo?
Why
So
you not selling
Tolani-
crack?
so
You're
Tolani-
a big Pusha T fan.
Do you understand?
No, you
Shout
guys.
out to Pusha T.
Shut up. But guys, I don't know what you guys are saying, right? You guys will go on and on and on, attacking the victims and never.
I'm not attacking the
They're not
victims, though.
They're not victims.
Exactly.
They're not victims. Well,
So
you
those
can't
guys
even call
that
them victims.
those guys that pick up drugs from music, uncle.
The people that
How about the people that didn't pick up drugs from music?
There's two sides to the coin.
But are you making
Melody?
I'm not saying that,
Adult, oh.
bro. I'm not
I'm
saying
not even going to argue for
Guy.
adolescents and teens, and there are even adolescents and teens
That need to collect.
That are smarter than
I
adults.
need to collect.
There are adolescents and teens that are way smarter
Blaming
than
everybody.
adults, right? You cannot, bro. What are you saying?
It's funny. So now Tolani can talk about Nyash or no Nyash. You people have spent a very good long time in this relationship, dragging me for my Nyash. Me that I don't have Nyash. Me that I don't have.
Why have you
Do you
not done
think-
Nyash?
Have you gone?
Do you think that thing that you guys used
Why have
to
you not done
do
Nyash?
to me?
Have you gone?
Why have you not done
Do
Nyash?
you think you know hurt my soul?
Russia, you are broke. So you can't do it.
No, but you could have said the pressure will make you do runs.
The pressure is getting worse.
Excuse
The
me.
pressure will
please,
make you
this
do
is my
runs.
moment. I wish that I could have this moment. For you guys broke my soul. You won't break my soul.
Oh, your soul is broken because you don't have money.
So
You don't have money to do Nyash.
people put
How
pressure
much
on
is Nyash?
themselves
1
and blame
million.
society.
1.2
Dr.
million.
Anuzon.
Hello.
Umasiku.
Konto.
Umaku. Nyash that will not shake. What a member.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Hey God.
At the end of the day, people need to have a sense of
Bruh.
And you can't always change
This
your
one is-
body based on what
see,
is even
it's a
trending on
sense of
social media. Because
responsibility. Have a
responsibility.
sense of responsibility.
Very important.
Big
Bruh.
Nyash is trending.
You
2
can't
years
say-
ago, it was
Somebody
flat
put
Nyash.
pressure on you.
This
to go
one
and
was
do.
then skinny. This
People-
one.
You're saying they are
Will you
putting
keep
pressure on
changing
you.
your
You are going
body?
to do plastic surgery with quack whatever, and you are dying on the table. You can't tell God that one. Tell your parents or whatever. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You're an adult, fam. You're an adult. You can't come and be saying
that
pressure
pisses
is
me
doing
off
making
the
you do
most
this
is-
shit.
It's about the fact that everybody who now wants to blame social media for everything, for decisions that adults make. You are saying, "Oh, it's psychological." My nigga, I've not been on my TL in 2 years.
You can come and
Do
say,
you understand?
You
It was
can-
a decision that I made.
You can come and
You
say,
can make it too.
Yeah, you can come and people take social media breaks. The
What do
people
you
that do it,
mean?
they are not
You
stupid.
should always take social media
They are
breaks.
not stupid.
Please. You should always take social media breaks. Anyways, yeah, I've heard you, but I just don't want to see you. Show you, I must never see people bringing big Nyash girls. Though.
Melody.
Melody, I love women that have natural big Nyash.
Yeah, big
And
Nyash.
Anybody that doesn't
Big
have
Nyash
big
that is
Nyash,
not BBN.
that's pain that I'm carrying women that have big Nyash. Go and do surgery.
Now you're saying you can do something. No, okay.
I mean,
Melody.
if that's the solution to
Excuse
your
me,
problem,
I
If you feel that a surgery would make your life better, go
Go and do
ahead
it.
and do it. Is it your, as LD once said, is it your money?
Speaking about LD, he talked about avoiding Twitter because of the toxicity on Twitter.
Yeah, but we hear that a lot, but I've come to realize that Twitter is just a reflection of real life. Real life is toxic.
it's just that you are
It's
seeing,
just that
you
you
are
see
seeing
it
it in real
arranged.
time.
It's arranged.
An algorithm,
People-
is-
but-
algorithm
but,
there for
but
you.
and also the consumption is a lot more on Twitter. Like it's in your face. You're reading this. You're reading that. It's too much for your brain at the same
I like
time.
where Twitter is going, by the way, as a company. I like the fact that they've introduced 3 things that are very interesting. I like the way they segmented, they brought spaces into it, the conversation.
Yeah,
I like the way they're
Twitter
into
circle.
podcasts now.
I saw that.
Twitter
too, the
circles
podcast.
that like I like where they are going as a company. But I don't think they should have taken fleets away. I think they should.
Fleet was very, very unimpactful. It was unimpactful. But the part I don't like is this one that they want to introduce. You can delete you can edit your
Super
tweets.
follows.
No, edit
No,
your tweets.
but that's a good thing.
No, Tonani, people start changing stories of
No,
things that they've said.
I think what they're going to do is, in my opinion, what they should do is
There's a time
Limited
limit.
time.
There's
Yes.
a time limit on it. They said
Yes.
it now. They
The
said
time
it.
limit.
Yes, there's a
put a time limit on it.
So
Maybe after
like
5 minutes.
After 5 minutes or
Can't
so,
change it
you
again.
can't
Better.
edit it again.
Better. That's
There's a time
better.
limit. So it's just for typos. Like if
For
you do
typos, that makes sense. Guys, I think we're done, Abby. That's
And
it.
maybe also like a sign on it on any edited tweet that
Mhm.
this tweet has been edited.
I agree
And
too.
then maybe you can also see the old version of the tweet.
I agree. Okay, that makes sense. Guys, we're done. But before we leave, please, we need to talk about how people keep sending me messages in my DM. Messages that they want to send to the group or to the podcast. So, Tolani, maybe you have to give us your email address to be receiving.
Excel Alpha.
It's not, I can't even do that thing. We need, that's it. Yeah. We need
Yeah.
somebody to handle
Their
it.
email is tc@pulse.ng. I guess we'll find it.
TC at what?
TC at pulse.ng. Let's put it on
You
the
guys,
screen
please
if
send it to
possible.
me. Send it to them. TC Apples. I'm sending it to my private DM. Thank you so much.
tc@pulse.ng.
Yeah.